Good evening and welcome to the broadcast here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. I'm Joel McCall, alongside me, Nami George. Ray George behind camera as we get you set for football Friday night. Week number 6 already for the Central Riverhawks as they do battle with the Sparta Spartans. Both teams 3-2 on the season. There are the Spartans. Spartans are 1-2 in the MVC after getting their first win last week in conference play over Toma. Their head coach is Nick Kinggetter, and it is his first year, although he's been with the program for quite a while. Jeez.
You all right, Joel? You going to make it?
I don't know. I might not. My kids have been sick. I'm fighting it too, I guess.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, as you brought it to me. The Central Riverhawks 3-2. They're 3-0 in the MVC after their win, the Battle of the Ark, Battle for the Ark. 13-12 on a game that I probably would never forget and Nami missed. So that might be the reason why I always remember it too.
Oh, I didn't miss it. Trust me, I was watching. I was here at UWL doing the play clock, but I was watching every second of that game too. So what a game that was. Wow.
Coach Olson talked a lot about tonight and about this game. Coach Kinggetter sent a very nice email all about this team as well for the Sparta Spartans. Both these teams know how important it is to win in the MVC, and both teams are really thinking playoffs now. We're at week number 6. You got to start thinking that. Coach Kinggetter said, hey, I think we have a team that can make the playoffs, but that 1-2 looking awfully ugly right now. They need to be back on that win column to get to 500, start pushing ahead for that playoff spot.
Well, and Joel, the thing with the Sparta team is you look at some of the names of some of their skill players, they're guys that we know, and we know them from other sports, baseball and basketball, track. These are really, really good athletes. I've been telling you all day, I got kind of an uneasy feeling about this game tonight. Sparta is going to be playing their best ball. They're going to give Central everything they want and more. I think tonight's going to be a dogfight. Central's going to have to play really well to come out of here with a victory.
And there's the Central Band coming out here at Roger Herring Stadium at Veterans Memorial Field and the sports complex on the campus of UWL. We'll take a quick timeout. We're going to come right back, and we'll get you right into everything, and we'll come up to the booth for a quick second as well.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
All right, we come back in the booth then. Nami George there. I'm Joel McCall. Raylan on camera as well, as she's not feeling the greatest either. Owen's still here too, as my kids are here. Nami, you also have kids in the booth tonight.
I do. Zach back home from college for Oktoberfest weekend. They have a bye at St. Norbert, so taking advantage of the weekend off. Jackson here, coming off the big pancake game at Holman the other day, and so he's sitting back in his Longfellow jersey, getting ready to watch the big Riverhawk game.
Why do you think that you and Ray in particular both have talked about having an uneasy feeling with this game? We know that McTaggart is so good running the ball for Sparta. Caden Cott on the outside is another great player for them. And then Laufenberg has stepped in for Zach True last year. So the offense looks a little bit different, but the running game is still the same.
Yeah, I mean, McTaggart obviously just committed to Whitewater. Whitewater doesn't take kids that can't play football. So, you know, he's going to be really, really good and having a tremendous season. Laufenberg, we've seen a million Laufenbergs go through Sparta. They're all really, really good athletes, and I think the uneasy feeling for me is Central coming off of a big victory, that emotional high. You got to get that energy and excitement back for tonight. It just feels like a trap game to me. I hope I'm wrong, but it feels a little bit like a trap game, and Sparta, you know, is a team that can jump up and bite you if you're not paying attention.
Well, and it happened last week with Toma, too. 7-7, 31 unanswered points for Sparta. Last week was such an emotional game for the Riverhawks, then it being postponed as well for the Battle for the Ark. Coming back, I want to see the Central Riverhawks find their ground game. Last week, they were held to about 60 yards total as a team. That's Service and Rude combined for just 60 yards. This rushing squad for the Riverhawks have to get back on track.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, you have Gabe Service, you have Christian Rude. That always makes you feel like you have a chance, but you're right, Joel. They got to get that rushing game going. That's what they thrive on. I think we're going to see the Riverhawks really try and establish the run game early on.
Well, the kids are excited, so are we. Let's take another time out, and we'll come back, and you'll get to hear more of the band, and we'll break this one down as we get you set for Central and Sparta here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel.
Matthey Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthey Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthey offers additional career opportunities, for example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska. The company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthey Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.matthey.com.
So the Central Riverhawk band helping us out as well. So let's talk about these two teams a little bit more in depth. As 2 times this season, Sparta saw an opponent go on a scoring run to win the game. The Spartans had a 1-point lead on Logan, then lost 43-21, and Holman was up 17-0 at halftime, then kind of ran away second half, 45-0. Sparta needed a turnaround and got it last week against Toma. As I said, the Spartans defeated the T-Wolves with 31 unanswered points. Coach Kinggetter said, we needed to stay in the playoff hunt. It was a must-win. Second, we needed to regain our confidence from earlier in the year. And third, it's Toma, so we got to win that Monroe County trophy.
Yeah, big rivalry matchup there. I bet they were excited about that victory.
He said it was really important, not for just the team, but the community as well. Camden McTaggart, you mentioned him, the UW Whitewater commit, 25 carries, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns last week. He averages 20 carries per game.
Wow.
That is a workhorse for Sparta, and he's been a 3-year defensive starter, and the last 2 as a running back. Coach Kinggetter said he's very dependable and has the school record for career tackles. He battles through injuries and can take a beating. And really, it's the sophomore Hunter Huntington that I'm kind of interested in seeing. First-year player, really making some plays offensively and defensively. And then in the back of the defense for Sparta is David Fabry. I believe, if memory serves, he was either leading or was right there near the top of the MVC in total tackles last year for Sparta. And Kinggetter said they both don't say a lot, but lead with their effort. They don't shy away from tackles. Hunter is going to be growing over the next few years, and David is our quarterback in our DB room and coverages. He makes the checks and aligns everyone. He's like a coach on the field.
Yeah, how beneficial is it for you as a head coach to have somebody like that out on the field, sending guys where they're supposed to be and calling out the coverages for you? It saves you that communication from the sideline. And
it's the chemistry between Caden Cott and Everett Laufenberg that have gelled so nicely. They work together. They work together in the offseason to build that chemistry. So Cott will be a guy to watch in the slot for the Sparta Spartans. I know that they're getting ready for, or are they doing the national anthem? I believe we're going to start. Here, Mr. Hanson there. Logan at Onalaska, Baraboo at Reedsburg, Holman at Toma are your other MVC games tonight.
Logan at Onalaska is an interesting game, really interesting game.
Yes, we'll be talking about those standings at some point during our broadcast as well, because the MVC really boils down right now to Holman and the Central Riverhawk team, who are both undefeated in the MVC. But then you got a group waiting.
Yep.
Always nice to have a live rendition of the national anthem to get us started for tonight's game.
Look at those new uniforms by the band out there, Dad, if you can get a shot of them quick. Brand new uniforms this year.
Nice.
One of our sponsors, a Booster Club, helping out with making that happen. They look sharp out there, don't they, Joel?
Yes, they do.
The red and black.
That is for sure.
I like it.
Nami, I'm going to now. There you go. And I already gave you everything you need to know. We just didn't really get to hit on the Central Riverhawks, but the Battle of the Arc was one for the ages. Central down 13-7, less than a minute to go. Went the length of Swanson Field on 2 huge pass plays. A face mask penalty helped out as well to tie it. Charlie Buxton connected for the PAT for the lead. Connor Groth had the nail with an INT. This roster will talk about that win for years to come. I will say Central was fortunate to get the win. The offense was handled for much of the game. No big exploding rushing plays, 1 real long drive, and 2 turnovers. They can't duplicate that tonight. And defensively, Central needs some takeaways. They got the game-clinching one, but make no mistake, Tommy Check was forced into attempting a big play. Coach Olson said it's in his fireside chat this week, if and when we get an opportunity, the secondary has to take advantage. Laufenberg is going to throw it up. Will the Riverhawks back in, create a turnover?
Yeah, they're going to have to, I think. You know, the one thing about Sparta, too, is they got that McTaggart. You're going to really, really see the Riverhawks focusing on McTaggart, but they have athletes on the outside. You got Caden Cott. Laufenberg, we know, is a good athlete that's going to be able to move around in the pocket. That's a thing that I think makes me so uneasy is there's some really, really good athletes on that other side of the football field here tonight.
Well, and the line of scrimmage also was pushed around for much of last week's game against Logan. Even talking to Coach Arnold tonight up here, he said it. You know, they've pretty much dominated every stat on the books except for points.
The one that mattered.
The one that mattered. Yep. Sparta is going to attempt to do the same thing with their running backs and pushing the defensive line and the linebackers. I also love Coach Olsen talking about having an emotional letdown. This game is the proverbial trap game for Central. The MVC is down to 2 undefeated teams. As I said, one of them is stepping on the field tonight. We're going to see their offense first as Central will get the ball. Sparta more than likely won the toss then. And then Central cannot fall victim or Sparta will beat them. Does the ground game get back on track? That was my question of the night. We kind of hit that in the warm-up. We're going to see this Central Riverhawk offense come out. Talk about last week, some unsung heroes from last week. Wyatt Foley, a couple catches, and then Bewley also had a catch in that game. This kicked off by Andrew Carney and received by the Riverhawks on the ground and right there. Olinger not going any farther than that to the 31.
Well, Wyatt Foley also had the block extra point that at the
Correct.
time, I mean, that's a big play, but at the time you had no idea how big a play that really was.
Right.
And we've seen him do that a couple times, flying in off the edge. Kid's a good football player.
Yes, he is. So Central Riverhawks, Gabe Service as quarterback along with Christian Rudrud. They'll flip-flop back there once in a while. Looks like Rudrud will take the first snap. It is Service. Handoff to Rudrud, trying to bust through a hole. Got a little opening and tumbles to the 40-yard line. And a good run of 9 to start the game for the Riverhawks.
And there you go. You talk about get that running game going. I told you I thought it was going to be a focus of this offense tonight. Right away you see him bust off a big chunk yardage gain right there.
I'd go right back to it. That offensive line. We'll get their starters here in a little bit. Brought to you by Pettibone Resort. Service. Handoff. No, he kept it this time. Plows through to the 49-yard line and another gain of 10.
Did that fool both of us? Because I was watching Rudrud too. I think we both were.
Service on the year, 12.6 rushing yards per carry. But last week, only 4 carries for 29 yards. Got to get him back in rhythm as well. Central growing quickly. We'll get to their starters here in just a moment. It says first down and what? That is not right. It says 1st and 40 on the screen. That's not correct. First down and 10.
It's not what it says on the scoreboard, so what's the issue?
I don't know.
You want the starters?
Yes, please do. I'll refresh. So there's the quarterback then, Gabe Service. Running back, Christian Rudrud. On the outside, Connor Groth, who had 2 touchdowns last week. Reuben Smith as well. And then Avant Williams does come in to play tight end at times. They do rotate that around. And the line of scrimmage, Davis, Hess, Carey, Arntz, and Martin. Rudrud on the outside. Maybe a little No, this is just him turning upfield. Breaks a tackle to the 35, a little bit past that to the 33. 16 more yards on that carry for Christian Rudrud, and another first down for Central.
Boy, the offensive line doing a nice job creating some lanes for the runners behind them in service. And Rudrud, you give them a little bit of space, they're going to get big yardage. Just what the Coach Olson and the Riverhawks needed to start this game was get that running game back on track.
The down and distance is definitely not right, Nami.
I think it's showing the yard line for the distance.
What I was wondering,
I'll
too.
mess around with it here.
Okay. You do that, and Rudrud in shotgun. Takes off to the right. Looks up ahead. There is a flag in the backfield. This is probably coming back. Rudrud to the 21-yard line. Tackled there by a couple of Spartans. On the ground, I see coming out of it, number 20, Gus Tripp. That's one of their main guys. He has 8 solo tackles and an INT, but the flag coming back. And a holding penalty on Central. On the 5th play of the drive, a holding penalty. I think you're right, though. That's exactly what it's doing. So you see if you can't reconfigure that somehow.
Yeah, I'll get in there and look and see what's going on. We've never had that before.
No, we have not. So back to the 42, first down and 20. You fixed it.
There we go.
Thanks. Good job.
That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Figured I'd be working on that into the fourth quarter.
Rudrud back to pass. Looks.
Wide
Growth at the 31. Turns upfield. Tripp is with him to the 25. Got some help on that by Hunter Huntington, but a nice gain there from the 42 down to the 16, or to the 24-yard line. So it went from the 18 yards on that.
Growth finding lots of space. I'm surprised he was as wide open as he was. You would think Sparta would know where he is at all times.
Soft zone coverage. Rudrud on the outside. Can he get to the edge? He does. Goes upfield. Anybody going to tackle him? Over on the far side, he will be pushed out of bounds. Parker Benish on that, but not until inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Riverhawks at the 8-yard line. Give him a, 12? 16.
16. So Rudrud has 4 carries. They went from 9, 1, 16, and 16. Not sustainable for the Spartan defense.
And last week, only 53 rushing yards for Christian Rudrud. So this offensive line and the rushing game for the Riverhawks back in rhythm, it seems, early. Hand off to Rudrud again. Works his way back towards the middle of the line of scrimmage, that is. It is the far hash to the 2 and another 6.
Christian, in the interview with me before the Art game, said he's been working on his juke move a lot. He said, I'm trying not to run as many guys over, working on my juke move. I said, I still think you're running people over, too. I hope he never loses that. It's the best part of the game.
Second and goal at the 2. Ours says second down and 20 now.
Why?
I don't know. Rudrud takes over to the far side again, spins out of it, and scores. There you go, Nami. Here's your replay.
Look at that juke move. Running over guys on his way to the end zone.
I'm getting hugs.
How about that drive?
Rudrud's getting touchdowns. Riverhawks score. Bye, guys. Love you.
We didn't get the Spartan defense up, but we will.
We will. We'll get to that. So that was from 3 yards out on the 8th play of the drive. And Buxton to the extra point. Look out. Came close. And it's good. Charlie might not ever miss again.
Boy, he hit that one with confidence, didn't he?
Yes, he did. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come right back then.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
The La Crosse Central Basketball Association is dedicated to developing the basketball skills and character of young athletes who will attend Central High School. Please check out our website, lcbahoops.org, for more information about our year-round basketball offerings.
Central Riverhawks go down the field and score in 8 plays. And even got behind the sticks, Nami, with that holding penalty Central overcoming that and lead 7-0, 8:31 to play, first quarter against Sparta. Now we get to see the Spartans offense come out on the field, as this is kind of a squib kick, and taken by Huntington around the 36-yard line.
Would you like some Spartan offensive starters?
I would, if you wouldn't mind.
There
There you are. Let me full screen that. Keep that up for just a little bit longer. There we go. Laufenberg at quarterback. We'll talk all about him, but it is McTaggart and Cott that are two of the best. Tripp has had some big games, too, on the outside. And you look at that experienced offensive line. Olson, Wagner, Kemp, Moreau, and Carney, seniors and juniors, all lined up in that offensive line. Biggest ones are the tackles, too.
Right.
You got the tackles that are seniors, right side and left. Cott in motion. Turns upfield, but it's McTaggart that takes. There is a flag. McTaggart making a couple guys miss. He'll have a first down to the 50-yard line before being tackled there, but flag on the play, and we'll see if this comes back.
Regardless of the flag, Central cannot have McTaggart running in that much open field. That's going to be a long night for the defense if that happens.
In that particular play, the linebacker, we have the same issue now then, first on 37.
Right,
so
I'll keep working on it.
I know. It worked for us for a while, then skipped out.
Frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Got that right. Illegal shift, yeah. That's a 5-yard variety. In that particular play with all that motion, who got sucked underneath was Karan Carter. Unfortunately, he got tripped up on that, the senior linebacker, who's made some great plays. But on that play, he got blocked. It was, in fact, a double block by Sparta, and Carter got caught in that. And that's what led McTaggart over that far side. So it's 1st and 15. Ball at the 32. None of that's right, except for first down.
Working on it.
Shotgun formation. Huntington was in the motion. McTaggart going off to that side. Got a break block downfield from Huntington. Got 14.
And again, a lot of room to move along the right side of that offensive line for McTaggart.
Following that side with Andrew Carney and Wyatt Moreau. You also get the advantage of another blocker coming through. So it is 2nd down and 1. Leave it alone now. Let's see what happens.
Where is it coming? Where is it even coming up with this information?
I don't know.
None of that's right.
No. 2nd down and 1. Laufenberg in shotgun. Hands off to McTaggart. He will push the pile and get to a first down. I'll give him just a yard, but first down anyway. How about Central starters? Sir, why you work on that other thing?
Sure. Let's look at some defensive starters for Central.
There you go. Williams and Walker. Flores, Arntz. Really, the defensive ends are Williams and Walker. Flores and Arntz playing on the interior of the DTs. Hatch and Carter. Your linebackers on the outside. Foley, who come up with another big play last week on the defensive side, too. Smith, Bewley, Service, and Rude. Thank you again to Pettibone Resort for being our sponsor of starters throughout the entire year. Laufenberg, Cott in motion. They do not go to him. They go to McTaggart instead. Nice job by Bewley. He did not get too fooled with that. There's a lot of motion happening on this play. Here comes McTaggart, but it's Bewley that sets his feet right there at the hash mark, able to make the tackle, help out, and a gain of only 3 when that could have been a lot more. You like that replay there, Nami?
I do. I like my new monitor here.
Yeah.
Got some new equipment up here, new toys.
I'd ordered that a while back. I've been using it for my own personal use at home.
I like it.
And 1st down and 50. Now the scoreboard is working properly. So.
No, because it says 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, it does. 2nd down and about 7. Laufenberg going deep, got a man, overshot him just a hair. Going out to who else? Caden Cott.
And he had a step, and that's what's dangerous about this team. You start focusing on McTaggart, and you're going to get one-on-one coverage on the outside. It was good coverage by the Riverhawks there, but he did have a step. That throw just a little too long. Otherwise, that was going to be a big play for the Spartans.
Is that Foley on that far side? I believe it is. Yes, Wyatt Foley in coverage. So Ruben Smith is not playing corner tonight. Connor Groth is on this near side, so Smith not playing He was not one of the starters, so Groth in as one of the starters for the corners. 3rd down and 8. Or make it 7, pardon me, because they did gain 3 that first. Laufenberg, shotgun, caught in motion. Handoff McTaggart. Breaks through the hole, got a first down, and busted through a tackle all the way to the 35 and give him 15 yards and a first down.
Boy, what a run. He's really explosive when he gets through that line of scrimmage. Looks like he was shot out of a cannon for the last 10 yards there.
It was a really nice cut by him, thinking way outside, did not go that way, came back, and gets the first down. Shot through the hole, as you said. This 2 wide out set on each side. 4 wide receivers total. Handoff caught. And he goes nowhere. Wrapped up quickly. Good play there. Trying to get the number on that.
Avant Williams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Seen enough of McTaggart.
I guess. And a 2-yard gain.
Doggone it, Joel. Why isn't this working?
I don't know, bud.
It's bothering me.
It's not me. It's, you know.
No.
So 2nd down and 8. They're having troubles with the sticks over there. Can't even get it to switch to 2. The stick got stuck on first down on the side. So it's not just us having problems. Full backfield there for Laufenberg. He hands off to Huntington. Another flag, 31-yard line. This is a gain of 2.
Huntington on the carry. There is a flag on the field.
I wonder if this wasn't illegal. No, they called the holding. Boy, they threw that flag real quickly. I was also wondering if they had illegal formation on that, but instead called for the holding penalty for Sparta. Back him up. Tommy's trying everything he can think of to get that scoreboard correct.
Have to Google it here pretty soon.
Yeah.
That's never good.
No, you don't. I don't want you Googling anything.
I don't understand where it's getting its information from. Because
I don't either.
None of that is right. That's not what's on the scoreboard.
No. Press enter, Ray says. I like that. Just keep hitting it over and over again.
Yeah, good idea.
So 2nd down and 18. Laufenberg throws out. Huntington was in the motion. Part of that gets 7, and another flag coming in. Well, let's see if this holds.
Boy, a lot of laundry on the field to start tonight's game.
I did laundry yesterday. I don't need any more today.
3rd and 10.
Was this a face mask penalty?
Don't know what that was.
He hasn't signaled that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Signaled, yeah. So you get 8 there on the catch and run, plus 15.
That's a big one there.
Yes.
Automatic first down. Results in a first down.
Correct. Yep. Moves the ball to the 22-yard line. And 1st and 10 for Sparta. 2 wide receivers on this near side. Central's all kinds of scrambling on their defense just to get it lined up. Hand off to McTaggart. Pulled from behind, but he broke through away from that to the 17-yard line. And he gains 5. Sparta's having a lot of success here running ball.
They really are. Give credit to that offensive line, really getting a good push. McTaggart not being contacted till he's 3 or 4 yards down the field, and he's good enough to be able to get through that.
Now leave it alone. Don't touch any more.
Yeah, it's working, I know.
Okay.
I don't know why. It
Just don't even talk about it.
Okay.
2nd down and 6. Fans at home don't even realize what we're even talking about anyway. I've been down in distance every down anyway.
That's true.
2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 of the far. McTaggart in the backfield. And
There we go.
yeah, that's good.
Much better penetration there by the central defensive line.
There you go. How about that?
Avant Williams getting in again.
Yes, it was. Williams on the year, 5 solo tackles and 2 tackles for loss. As a team, Central has 26.5 tackles for loss coming into today. So a gain of nothing. Really, right? Maybe a yard. Did you give him a yard?
I gave him a yard. Make
you're-
it 3rd and 5.
You're generous.
I am. Big play here.
I
for
gave
the
him 5
Central.
the first time.
Big play here for the Central defense. Try and get him in. I mean, obviously, you're going to be in 4-down territory,
Yes.
but try and put some pressure on this offense a little bit.
Hand off McTaggart. Trying to bounce the outside. Stiff arm Bewley and got through and a touchdown over on the far side. Looked like maybe a holding on the outside. Connor Gross was asking for that. There you see it with Cott, but instead, pay dirt.
How about that stiff arm, Joel? It was a one-on-one opportunity for Bewley, and McTaggart just says, get off me as he goes into the end zone.
How far was that? 14?
17.
17. Thank you. McTaggart on the year, 5th in carries in Division III. He was 7th in rushing yards in Division III because Sparta's in Division III, Central's in Division II. That is his 6th touchdown on the season.
McTaggart's a real deal. Speed, power, great vision. We saw a nice jump cut.
Oh, boy. Snap was bobbled, and Sparta going to be held to no PAT. We know how important they were last week.
Just going to say that.
Are they going to be that important again? We'll take a timeout. Come right back.
The La Crosse Central Alumni Association is a proud sponsor of the Central YouTube channel. The Central Alumni Association meets once a month with the main mission of providing scholarships to Central High School seniors so they can continue their academic pursuits. Last year, the Alumni Association awarded $63,000 in scholarships to 66 deserving Central students. For information on how to join the Alumni Association or donate, see our page on Facebook.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
7-6, then the PAT, no good for the Sparta Spartans as Von Ruden didn't even get a chance to kick it. He is 13 of 15 on the year, but
Central's offense going to have to respond. Joel, you know, they won last week with 13 points. I don't think 13 is going to win it this week.
and bobbling on the return, but picked up. Is this Smith? I did not.
I think it was.
Okay, he's usually the guy back there. Yeah, Reuben Smith.
Do have some score updates for you, Joel.
Okay.
Aquinas 30-0 over Black River Falls already.
Okay, so you don't have to give another update on that all night.
Holman 7, Toma 0 in the first. Reedsburg 8, Baraboo 0. Don't have any time on that yet.
Probably about the end of the first.
DeSoto beat Monticello 64-7 today. They must have started early. Blackhawk 14-7 over Seneca Wazeeka Steuben. That's a final.
All right. Now we don't have down and distance. 1st and 10.
Maybe it's better that way.
Might be, because it's just not working right. Service, hands off Rude. It was all him the last.
Look out.
Yes, he breaks it through. Down the sideline, past the 50-45. I didn't see a juke there. He ran over at the very end, and points for the first down. Simon Schmitz, hello. Sophomore defensive back.
How would you like to be a defensive back and you see that train coming at you? Oof.
37 yards. Yeah, no thanks.
Zach shaking his head no. Doesn't want any part of Christian Rudrud. I don't blame him.
Zach probably gets hit harder at St. Norbert, though, I would think. Service again. Handoff. We have a flag this time over the far side. This was thrown right at the line of scrimmage.
It was right away, but they let the play go, which leads
Right.
me to believe it's going to be offsides against Sparta.
That would have been 8 yards for Rude on that carry. That's what I was thinking, too.
Unless it's a formation penalty against the Riverhawks. We'll see.
Well, Central backed up. Now, what is – you tell me what that is.
Rubbing his side. What would that
It
have
was
been?
declined.
Okay.
So 8 yards. I have no idea. Get your rules expert on that.
Yeah. Jeremy, text me. He rubbed his hip. Never seen that before.
Like he was
Did he?
itching. Yes. Looked like the referee had an itch.
Need those wireless mics.
Right, I know. There's a little crisscross play. And growth on this near side. Breaks away to the 10. Trying to cut back inside to the 5. Pardon me, that is Wyatt Foley on the carry. From the 39 all the way down to the 35.
Well, I love getting Foley involved in the offense. He's so explosive.
I
Looked to
apologize.
cut back there, almost cut it back into the end zone. But, man, when he gets to the outside, he can fly.
Yeah, my bad on that. I thought that was Groth that had the handoff. I didn't realize it came off the wing spot. First and goal at the 4. Empty backfield, just Rude. Student body left. That's where it's going. Cut back in the inside.
Oh.
Runs over another and scores. There you go. Nami, have the replay.
Let's watch this juke move that he's been working on. Boom.
Lowers the shoulder and scores. Christian Rude with his second. On 4 plays, 4-yard touchdown run.
You know, I'll probably get some blowback on this, Joel, but I've been thinking about this. I can't remember a more impactful player for Central than Christian Rude in the last, look out here, block.
It is blocked.
Big play there for the Spartans.
Yes, it looked like, was that Ashton Hyatt, I think, came in on the end. He got close the last time as well. I have to get clarification on that.
I think it was Gus Tripp, actually.
Oh, was it Tripp? Okay.
I think it was.
I had a hard time seeing a 27 or 20.
Yeah. But, you know, you think of Christian Rude, think back to some of the guys that we've seen. We've had obviously some very, very good football players through Central High School. But, man, the impact he has on a game, his ability to change a game, and it's offensively and defensively. You know, you hear Coach Olson talk about that in your chats. It's not just his offensive contributions. He does a lot on the defensive side, too. I just, you know, I think he's one of the best that's ever put on the jersey, to be honest with you. And I know we still got half of a season to go here for him for his senior year, but, I mean, you got to start thinking of him as one of the best to ever do it.
Well, and you would know. You know the history of Central. I don't. I can't comment on that. My only thought was, why isn't the kid being looked at for, like, D1? I don't. That part is what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody can seem to answer that question for me. Size, maybe?
That's what I was thinking. You know, they get picky with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Buxton on the ground again, bounced up. And look out, this is a good return by Benish. Parker Benish past the 50-yard line to the 49 of the Riverhawks. So talk about good field position for Sparta as they're down 13-6.
Division 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. If I've said this before on the broadcast, if I'm a college coach, I'm starting my program with Christian Rude. Those are the kind of guys that you want in your program. I mean, his effort and ability just are off the charts.
Well, and I think of him as kind of one of those guys that you could use anywhere. An athlete, right?
Yep.
I mean, where he's just labeled as an athlete.
Yep. Central looks like they're lined up off sides here, the near side.
Yes, it does. Not thrown, though. This is a handoff to Huntington. No McTaggart on this handoff, and a gain of 1. McTaggart was not even out on the field. Scan that far sideline, see if we could find number 1, because Camden McTaggart. That is huge if they lose him.
I do see him. He's standing off with his helmet off.
Oh, okay. I do
Far
see
side,
him too.
yeah.
Okay.
Wonder what that is.
I don't know. Maybe Ray can get a shot of him after this play.
Changes
Second
the
down and 9.
complexion of this drive for sure.
Yes. We're dipped under 30 seconds left in the first. Laufenberg. Oh, and tripped up.
That's just
His receiver trying to run more like a wheel route, and Cott got tripped up by his own guy as well. There you see McTaggart. So an incomplete pass on that. Laufenberg kind of fortunate that it was just kind of a mesh, and just a jarbled up mess at the 40-yard line.
great job by the officials not to throw a flag. It was legs getting tangled up. There was no interference there.
Correct.
I know that. I think it was a Cott that was the intended receiver.
Yes.
He was looking for a flag, but it was just incidental. Feet getting tripped up.
Right. Can't say anything about that. Well, McTaggart's back out there. 3rd down and 9, though, behind the sticks. And nice throw over the far side. Cott can't come up with it, though. Faked the deep route, came back more like a comeback towards the sideline, and Laufenberg gave him a good look at it. An incomplete pass.
Right off the hands would have been enough to move the chains.
And Sparta looking to punt. Zach, did I get the route right? Oh, he ain't even paying attention. He ain't even looking. All right, thank you.
He just waits for you to say something wrong, then you'll hear
I
about
know,
it.
that's
Yeah.
right, exactly. He'll
If
do that
say
to
it-
you.
If you say it right, you don't hear anything.
Gross back to return around the 12-yard line. It is Bender that is the punter. He averages about 35 every punt. So Gross about 35. Oh, boy. High snap. No pressure by the Riverhawks, though, and Gross telling everybody, get away from it. This will bounce and into the end zone, though.
Are they going to
Well,
mark? Oh, yeah,
yes,
there you go.
they are. It was close. Good
Great.
attempt there by Parker Benish, but could not keep it in
I
bounds.
was just going to say that. Great effort. Tried to tippy-toe the end zone there, but must
we
have
got?
been touching the line.
1 second left. Central will have to snap it with 1 second left. Oh, we got we got laundry on the field, and plenty of it. Two flags being thrown all the way back towards the line of scrimmage.
Were those late, or I did not see those come in?
I didn't either. There's the head official.
Blocking the bat.
Blocking the back by Sparta? So they move it out to the 30. I don't think I've ever seen that being called on the punting team. Well, now they got to pick up the flags.
So that's
Oh, he pointed the wrong
way.
direction. Yeah, I was going to say, no way. Half the distance to the goal. This should be moved to the 10. Everybody's got to pick up their flags then. And Central still has to take a snap because there's still 1 second left.
Now we have down and distance back on the scoreboard. No yard marker and the wrong time. So
It doesn't matter. The time is somewhat right.
Oh, no, it's all right.
I think it was being punched in.
Yeah.
So a second. That's all we got. Rude. Looking for a bubble screen. Throws it out. Service is there, and he's got room to move to the 20, 25. Make it 26 for 16 yards and a first down on a little screen pass to Gabe Service. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter, and we'll take a timeout as the Central Riverhawks lead 13-6 and have the ball when we come back. So we start the second quarter. Central Riverhawks 13, Sparta 6. Nami, you got a couple of things to hit on, don't you?
I do. Let's talk about the fall dance camp coming up quickly here. Wednesday, October 15th, and Thursday, October 16th from 3:45 to 5:15 with a performance here at UWL during the football game, halftime of the football game on October 17th. That'll be broadcast live on the Central YouTube channel. Scan that QR code to register your youth for the La Crosse Central Fall Youth Dance Camp.
That's the Onalaska game, too.
There you go. Also, don't forget that we have Hoops for Hope coming up. If I can get that, there we go. And that's a ways away yet, December 19th. It'll come up fast, though, 6 o'clock. That's a marketing group from Mrs. Carmen that's planning that event, and that's always a fun event and a big fundraiser. This year benefiting Pinky Swear Foundation. There we go. That is benefiting the Pinky Swear Foundation. You'll hear a lot more about that in the coming weeks ahead.
I wonder if that's not a double header that night.
Probably. That's usually what they do.
Okay. Put your watermark back up.
Got it. Thank you.
And then we'll get to Sparta starters for their defense here after this play. It does say the first quarter, but we are in the second. And it does flip as we get going with Reuben Smith. But he is tackled up low by Jackson Bender, and a whole host come in afterwards, and it's a gain of nothing. Here's your starters then for the defense for the Sparta Spartans, brought to you by Pettibone Resort. Engel, Carney, Gomez, and Zardy. On the defensive line, Huntington, McTaggart, Bender. All linebackers on the outside is Tripp, Benish, Fabry, who we mentioned earlier, and then Martinez. Some good players out there on defense, too.
Absolutely.
For Sparta. Rude. Looks bubble screen again over to Service. He's got a block downfield by Connor Groth. He'll get closer to the sticks, to the 35. He'll be a yard short. You can give him 9 on that. I like getting Gabe Service involved offensively, especially when we talked last week. He was really hindered. 4 of 29 rushing, did not throw the ball. He's been. We saw him 2 weeks ago against Baraboo just run roughshod all over this entire field, and he ran a couple of big plays that weren't even hardly touched for touchdowns.
Great calls by Coach Coburn to get him involved. Nice safe passes. Got some big blocking from his receivers. Groth and Smith, too, with really good blocks down there.
3rd down and 1. Rude past the 40 to the 41. Down low, McTaggart. And a gain of 6 and the first down.
Those safe plays,
For
those
Rude.
little bubble screens put you ahead of the sticks.
Right.
Give you a chance to move the chains.
Right, 1st and 10 at the 41. Service is the quarterback. Hands off Rude. Looks through, busts through the hole. Got a blocker downfield. Just couldn't quite get through there. Trying to give him a block downfield was Noah Hess. I feel bad we had Noah Hess not on the starters for like 2 weeks in a row. Want to make sure I hit on that left guard.
And that was a great job by the offensive line there. Created a hole for Ruder to be able to squeak through and wasn't contacted until he was 7 yards down the field.
8 yards on that. 2nd down and 2. Service holds over to the far side, but not going to get through, though. Well, he managed it. How in the world did he get away from Zardy? Liam Zardy, only a gain of 1 then, because he's just shy of the first down. Zardy, 9 solo tackles, 6 tackles for loss. He also has 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles.
Wow.
So Zardy has done a little bit of everything on that defensive line for Sparta. This is 3rd down and 1. Ball at the 50. Rude run in shotgun. Takes. Goes straight up and gains 2. For being tackled hard in the middle. Huntington in on that, looks like. McTaggart. And then coming up out of that, Luca Gomez.
And again, it's the offensive line creating the push. You need a yard, able to create the push and give Ruder a chance to move the sticks again. We got to do offensive lineman love week pretty soon, don't
Yeah, I was
we?
going to say, you haven't done that yet.
They're
Service.
doing some work.
Hand off to Rude.
Oh.
Little jump cut and blasted through 1. And then holds on as he's being tackled by about 4 more.
He lowered his shoulder and took a guy right off the turf.
That would be McTaggart that he ran over.
Yeah.
Or no, pardon me, it was not McTaggart. Getting up was Huntington. So, aren't you just loving that new monitor and the replays? 2nd down. Oh, we got a timeout. Nami, did you have any other live reads
I
that
got
you
a
needed
lot
to
of
get?
live
Okay, I was going
reads.
to say, 2nd down and 3. This is a timeout being taken by Sparta as 13-6, 8.5 to play before halftime.
Joel, look at this graphic that the marketing team created for us. Follow us on social media. We have a YouTube presence, Central Riverhawks YouTube channel, a Facebook presence. You can
I was going
find
to
us
say,
on the,
people know we have a
Yeah.
YouTube presence.
I
But
meant
they're watching
Facebook.
us right now.
So you can search Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Facebook or go to Instagram and search for Central_Riverhawks_live. And they're doing an awesome job. The kids are. They do all the work for that. So they've created highlight reels. They put up all the upcoming events. And it's just my job to make sure they know when we're covering something and when we aren't, which I'm not real great at. But, yeah, make sure you're tuning in to one of those two, checking out those two social media sites, and you'll be able to see everything we're doing here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. Can I do another one?
Communication, not your strong suit. Yes, continue.
This is a big one here. The LCBA Fun Night is tomorrow night.
No, it's not. September 20th. It was last week.
Oh, it was last week. Never mind.
Get that off the
Then I
screen.
don't want to talk about that one.
Yeah, thank you.
I thought it was tomorrow night.
No, they have the other LCBA one. in there.
Oh, I clicked the wrong one.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I'll do
You know what I realized is by next year, Owen's a kindergarten.
Oh, he can do the fun night then.
Yes, he can.
Oh, he'll like that.
I know. Rude back to pass. Pressure coming. Slipped away from 1. Throws to no one, but he's out of the pocket. Or is he?
Yeah, there's going to be a discussion
Why
on
not
this,
talking
I think.
about that?
There certainly was nobody in the area. They're going to say, yes, he was out of the pocket.
Out of the pocket. Incomplete pass. I was a little surprised he just didn't take off run. So incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 3. Ball inching close to that 40-yard line. Really, this is about 2. I look at it about 2. Service as quarterback. Snap was high. Rude able to bust right through, though. Hit it quickly. Huntington trips him up, but he doesn't do his job keeping him behind the sticks, as it is a first down all the way to the 35 and 6 more.
Wow, that's a tough task to try to keep Rude from exploding through when you're one-on-one in the hole trying to bring him down.
Yeah, there was a good opening there, too.
You hold him to 5 yards, that's a win.
Right. Huntington, though, on the year, just a sophomore, 15 solo tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and he's got 32 tackles total. So he's made a lot of plays. Rude back to pass. No one there. Takes off. Spin move to the 25. McTaggart lays the wood around the 22, but took 3 guys to really get him down. McTaggart is the one that gave him the good pop at the very end. A nice scramble.
There's some of that elusiveness that he was talking about, some of the moves he's working on in the open field. I gave him 12.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And a first down to the 22-yard line.
Put the defender in the spin cycle a little bit. Something different. Which you like to see, because as much as we like watching him run over people, that takes a toll on you, week after week.
Right.
So elusiveness is okay.
1st and 10. Service, hands off. Rude. Right up the middle again. Him and McTaggart are going to be best friends by the end of the night, as much as they're tackling each other. 9 yards on that.
Already Rude's 15th carry of the game.
Well, you knew it'd be run heavy tonight for the Central Riverhawks after really struggling with it last week. So it's 2nd down and 1. Again, just really pay no attention to the down and distance on the screen, because that is wrong.
Technical gremlins again, every night.
Yeah, I know. Service. Didn't have it last week at Logan.
Well, I wasn't here.
That's why I didn't. Service somehow snuck through there. Past it. I was thinking, okay, first down. He got past there to the 4-yard line.
We've seen him do that a lot. Remember the game at Ellsworth at the end of the half when we thought he was going to be tackled at the 5, and he was able to power through into the end zone. Service always looks like he's going to be brought down and finds a way to sneak forward.
I have no idea how he found room on the sideline to get all the way there. I really wasn't going to call much of it because he got to the far sideline, got out of bounds. Thought for sure he's getting about 3. Instead, 1st and goal at the 4. Hand off, Rude, back towards the middle. Dropped for about 1.
It's really been a good drive by Central. How do you shut down Camden McTaggart offensively? You don't let him on the field offensively. Big, long drive, taking up a lot of time. Got to punch it into the end zone here. Got to take advantage of it. But almost perfect for Coach Olson and the Riverhawks having this kind of drive right now.
Wyatt Moreau and Huntington on that tackle. And Brandon Bewley, he runs off. Looks like Rude take this snap. Rude right up the middle, not even touched until he got in the end zone for the touchdown. A hat trick for Rude on the 15th play of the drive.
And give credit to the offensive line. I mean, there's a chance, Joel, you could have run that one through into the end zone.
Maybe.
Yep.
As long as I could just follow Service. I'd have to have him slow down to about half speed, though. Maybe quarter speed. Might have gave myself too much credit. Buxton with the PAT. Snap good. Kick on the way. Through. Yeah, puts it at 20-6.
Boy, what a nice drive that was. Coach Coburn pushing all the right buttons on that one and takes a lot of time off this clock here in the second quarter. Riverhawks with a 2-score lead.
Matthey Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthey Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthey offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthey Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.mathy.com.
(20-6) as Central puts up their third touchdown of the game. And an onside kick. Who has this?
I think Central. Oh, no, they're going to give it to Sparta. I thought I saw a Central guy fall down and grab that.
I mean, there was a mad scramble at the 50-yard line. Central, of course, pointing all in their direction, but Sparta does have the ball.
I like the idea. You know, you have not seen a Central kicker really kick the ball deep. It's all been squib kicks anyway.
Right.
Might as well give an onside kick a chance. Maybe get yourself an extra possession.
True. So at the 50.
And trust your defense.
Yeah,
Get it
I mean,
up.
I agree. So 1st and 10, right at the 50. 5:48 to play, 4:46 to play in second quarter. McTaggart, who was out for a little while, got tackled from behind. Good
Nice
tackle
play.
there by Karan Carter.
Chased him down from behind, and that is not easy to do.
This is a 2-yard gain. That is for sure. McTaggart does not have a lot of tackles from behind or even behind the line of scrimmage. Came in with 102 carries on the year, 561 yards, 5 touchdowns, added a 6th here in this ball game.
You know, Christian in his interview mentioned Karan Carter, said he's a fire starter for us, spark plug for us. He's the one that gets the defense fired up and ready to go, and you saw it there, exploding through and getting a big tackle.
A 2nd down and 8. Laufenberg back to pass. Caught open. Got a block downfield as well. Smith in on that tackle. Along with Carter. He got what he needed, 10 yards. For first down. Now 1st and 10, 4:48 to play. Clock moves. To the 39. A big drive here for Sparta.
They get the ball after half.
Yeah, the Spartans need a touchdown here. Get a little momentum back on their side.
Yeah, and with the ball come out, you can get a little 2-for-1 action here and get right back in this game.
Scored 31 unanswered last week against Toma. Jet sweep on that far side. And we do have a flag on the play. Huntington, the ball carrier. Or no, pardon me, Parker Benish, but a holding. So negate that. 3 or 4 yards on the carry, but holding to bring it back.
That's the tough thing about those plays to the outside. You're expecting your guys to hold up their blocks for a long time.
Yep.
And eventually that leads to a hold.
You know, the live read you should be hitting is the Oktoberfest parking.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that too, don't we?
Yeah, you better get that out.
Big one, yep.
And the Brat Barn, as Ray said. Yes, we're all looking forward to working the Brat Barn at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Joel, say it like you mean it.
We're all looking forward to working the Brat Barn at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Assembly takes the ball back to the 48-yard line. 1st and 20.
So can Sparta overcome being put behind the
Yeah,
sticks?
no, that's just it. Now they get behind. 1st down and 20. Laufenberg rolling out. Doesn't have a guy short. He does have a guy long, but the pass right out the hands of Cott. It was there. Broke out on an out pattern, more like levels. He's looking for the guy underneath. Benish isn't there, so that's why he went to the deeper spot of Cott, which would have got around the 35-yard line. Like the design, especially when you have Laufenberg rolling out to his right.
Second time we've seen Laufenberg put one right in the hands of his receiver and not get the completion. This guy's got to make plays for him. He's putting the ball where it needs to be.
And Cott has 25 catches for 379 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season. He's been a reliable person, but not here. So 2nd down and 19. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Laufenberg looks. Caught this time right around the 41. Turns upfield to the 38. And we push out of bounds by Carter. They are at the 30. Yeah, 38.
Nice job there by Cott coming right back after the drop. This time caught it. Did a nice job getting 2 hands on it. brought it in and gets them back into a doable third down. It's going to be 4 down territory anyway, so you really have 2 plays to get 9 yards.
Right, you got 10 yards on that, though. And like you said, this is probably 2 down territory anyway.
Yep.
So third down.
Boy, clock stops here with them going out of bounds. If they don't get this, I wonder if we see Central maybe use a timeout and maybe try and steal a possession before the half, knowing that Sparta gets it coming out of the half.
That's true. Good point.
We'll see.
Shotgun formation, 2 on this near side. Hand off to McTaggart. Not going to matter. He's going to get close to the sticks. You know they're going to go for it.
Will Central take? And they're not going to.
Drop down to the 32. A gain of 5, right?
Yep.
This ball needs to get to the... Somehow it says 4th and 19 now. I don't understand.
I'm going to mess around with it at halftime. We'll see if we can figure something out.
I just reset it, and it was right when I refreshed it. Every time I refresh it, Nami, it's correct.
Which makes me think it's not anything we're doing. It's something with the server.
Yeah, that's my guess, too. Maybe unplug it, plug it back in. I'm not sure. So 4th down and 4, or 3. Boy, you got to get to, 4th down. This is a full 3 yards. Sparta needs.
Gigantic play here.
Offenberg tried the hard count, didn't get the Riverhawks offside. Sparta has already taken 1 timeout, and they'll use another.
Good job by the Riverhawks there, having discipline on the defensive line, not jumping at the cadence for Laufenberg and holding their ground and not giving them an easy first down. Talked about that. Oktoberfest parking lot fundraiser coming up. That is tomorrow morning for the Maple Leaf Parade. What a day it'll be here in La Crosse tomorrow. Exciting day for everybody. And how can you be a part of it? Go down and park at the downtown State Bank parking lot. For $10, you get all-day parking. That's incredible. $10. You know, some of these places charge $40, $50 for parking.
It's true.
Not at the downtown State Bank parking lot. You can get in for $10, be there all day long. Not only have a place to park your car, you're also supporting that Central Adaptive Sports League, who we got to see on Thursday with a big victory over the boys soccer team.
Game-winning goal.
Thomas Spa put it in the back of the net for the game winner. That was exciting.
That was fun to watch.
That was cool. One of the best events of the year. But go support those kids by parking down at the downtown State Bank parking lot. 5 a.m. they'll be there. Boy, they got an early morning too, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And they will be there till 3 p.m.
I'll say they stick around.
Yep. So you could park at the downtown State Bank parking lot to support the ASL team, and then you could come over to Festival in Copeland and get a brat and support the Central YouTube channel.
There you go.
What a day that would be, huh?
And watch the parade.
And
And see the Central Band that you're going to see tonight.
That's
They'll
right.
be out on the field, but they're also performing. Simon Schmitz is...
Look at this formation.
They got a diamond on the far side. Schmitz pump fakes over that far side and takes up field. Schmitz nears the 15, falls forward, and a huge play here on 4th down and 3 from the 32. They go down to the 12, 20 yards. A diamond formation over on the far side, and everybody looking that way.
And they just went the opposite way.
14-6, Onalaska leading. They got about a minute left to go.
That's over Logan?
Yes, over Logan. Onalaska and Logan. Baraboo at Reedsburg. Holman at Toma. You mentioned Black River Falls hosting Aquinas. That game already out of reach for Black River Falls. And West Salem is at Luther today.
Reedsburg 21-0 over Baraboo.
Okay, another diamond formation. Schmitz will stay as quarterback. Takes off and runs over the far side. Got a hole in the middle, spinning to the 7-yard line. 6 more. What is going on here? Schmitz. Not seen him. Didn't even hardly have any stats on him. And we got Carter down on the field for the Central Riverhawks. And he's slow to get up. Well, we don't need any of that stuff. We've seen enough at UWL as we signed off the last time with the Central Riverhawks, and the young man for Baraboo hurt on what was really the final play of the game because of what happened and transpired at 2:05 left in that particular fourth quarter. We hope that everything was okay with him. It did sound like over the weekend after that Baraboo game that we were told that he was fine and able to go home, which is good.
Holman 14-7 over Toma. That's not a blowout.
14-7. No, Toma hung on with the Sparta team until the Spartans ran off, 31 unanswered. So second and goal. No, 2nd and 4. I'll get it right sooner or later. Schmitz on this near side. Oh, that looked like a tackle high by Williams, but no flag. Also coming in on that was Hansen.
Boy, Williams.
Adams. Adams on that tackle.
Williams has really flashed tonight, hasn't he? A couple big tackles for this defensive line so far.
No gain on that.
Again, you're thinking probably 4-down territory. You need the touchdown.
Right.
So you got 2 plays to get 3 or 4 yards here.
Yep.
And you see Sparta taking their time, too, because they don't want to leave a lot on the clock.
Right. 3rd down and 3.
Remember, Central went down and scored, with 28 seconds up at Ellsworth?
Ellsworth, yep. Now back is Laufenberg. He will hand off to McTaggart going to the far side. Gang tackled there from behind.
Great pursuit there by the Riverhawk defense.
Back to the 7 and no gain. So 4th down and 4.
That was Calvin Arntz with the pursuit. The first time on 11 carries for McTaggart that he did not gain yardage.
Arntz had a huge game 2 weeks ago against Baraboo. Last week a little bit quieter, but 10 solo tackles on the year. He has 7 tackles for loss.
This is kind of a big play, Joel.
Yes, very much so. Ball on the 7. First down marker would be about in between the 3 and the 4 yard line. Sparta
run it all the way down and call a timeout.
I don't blame him for that. They do have one more timeout left, does the Sparta Spartans. And really, you talked about how you had that boys showdown yesterday, the ASL boys soccer showdown. This weekend, it is dark. There is not much going on because of the Oktoberfest and everything else. So then the band plays tomorrow at the Maple Leaf Parade, 10 to noon tomorrow here in La Crosse. And then you have girls tennis varsity tournament, 9 a.m. Monday at Green Island Tennis Courts here in La Crosse. ASL's back at it on Tuesday at Unalaska. Boys soccer is against West Salem on Tuesday, but you're not covering that?
I think I'm going to cover that. It's senior night, so I want to make sure to cover that. So that's to be determined, but I'm leaning towards yes.
Well, you should, because I have volleyball versus Unalaska, and I can do that broadcast by myself.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so I just need I already had the big tripod. I already had the extra camera, so I'm all good from Ray. I don't need anything from him.
We preempted soccer this week so I could watch Jackson, so we got to get them on the
and plus it's senior night. That would be huge for them, and you just won't have the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, so 6 yards and then nothing and nothing. 4th down and 3. False start.
Oh, that's a big penalty.
Oh, no, they called offside on the Riverhawks. Now, this would be half the distance from the 7, and this would be super close.
Then the other question is, does the clock go back to 10 seconds?
And where they mark this, if it touches the 3, it's enough for a first down. And it does. So plus, we'll call it 3.5.
Now remember, Sparta with no timeouts left here, Joe.
That's the big thing. So 9 seconds left, and Sparta has got to get this ball into the end zone. No timeouts. Clock would stop on an incomplete pass as well as getting out of bounds, but it looks like Coach Olson is calling a timeout on this near side. So he wants to discuss things too. What a huge play. Sparta, without those timeouts, then 9 seconds. 1st and goal.
A little surprised they didn't add a second back on. There was 10 seconds before the offside penalty, so that play really didn't happen.
Right.
And 1 second could be huge right now.
My guess is that the official blew it dead because he knew it was going to be an automatic first down. So that would be the reason why, okay, I'm going to stop this so the play doesn't happen. We don't run time off the clock, and you get the automatic first down because it was 4th down.
Right. Not sure.
That would be my guess.
Yep.
But it's first and goal at the 3.
So if Central gets a stop and they're in bounds and not in
Right.
the end zone,
That might
that'll
be the
run
end.
it out. I
Yes.
can't imagine them getting a playoff.
No, there's no way you would get it set up that quickly.
So you would imagine that
This is a
Laufenberg
very
gonna go,
tight formation. I would be surprised if they weren't throwing it.
You would think. I mean, he's almost got to throw it to the
Mc-
end zone.
He play faked him from McTaggart and throws it in the end zone and caught for the touchdown. Jackson Bender.
Nice play design there. Everybody's attention on McTaggart. I knew they weren't going to run the ball, but the fake was enough to draw the linebacker over and open up that. Was that a tight end, I believe?
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
the tight end, Jackson
Yeah,
Bender. Yep.
Big touchdown there for Sparta, especially getting the ball coming out of the half.
Yep, you got it. So 20-12, that makes this extra point very important as well. This snap was much better. Kick, yes, for Von Ruden. So 13-20, Sparta down by 7, but as Nami alluded to, we'll get the ball back.
Big drive right there. Nice response from the Spartans there.
Took advantage of the short field, too. Got the ball at the 50-yard line. Took 5 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock, or 35 seconds off the clock. And
Brought in Schmitz, gave the Riverhawks defense a different look.
yes, I'm going to say 10 yards, got 20 on that fourth down play.
Yep.
And overcame a holding penalty
Yep.
on that. And we're gifted the first down, kind of like Central last week with Roberts false starting. I talked to Coach Arnold about that, too. He said, I think the whole entire team moved but the center.
I think that's what it was, too. That's what it looked like on the stream.
Yeah, so I only saw Roberts. I'm not looking at everybody. I saw him move first.
Check definitely moved as well, the quarterback.
So, yeah.
I think the center had the snap count wrong.
And so it was a false start, and that was on a fourth down. It would have been maybe a ball game for Logan.
The most inopportune time for the Rangers.
Yes. Central took advantage of it, too, though. Line drive kick, bounced at the 10, picked up by Smith. This will likely run out the clock. Nice couple of junk cuts by Smith. Just hold on to that ball, Petey. You'll be all right. And that's it. So the return brought it out to about the 23, but that's it. End of the half. At 20-13, our score. Nami will work on that scoreboard. He's also going to have stats for you. I have your drive charts, and we might come back up in the booth for a quick moment or two as well. I know the Central Band will be performing, and we'll get to them here in just a moment. 20-13, halftime here at UWL. Central leading.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Show 5 minutes to 90.
Central Band, and we're going to go down to the field.
Icy Roche and Santi Toribio. Here is your Riverhawks marching band. Explaining through Living the Crazy Life, the band's first tune tonight was originally recorded by Puerto Rican singer Ricky Martin and debuted in 1999. It quickly became his best-selling single of all time. Here is Livin' La Vida Loca. Our next selection was also released in 1999 by the band Smash Mouth and was originally recorded for use in the superhero film Mystery Men. However, the tune is widely known for its association with the 2001 DreamWorks film Shrek. Here is All Star.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I heard a frantic knock, and so then she went running downstairs. What is it? I thought it was.
Our next tune takes us to the debut album of the popular English alternative rock band Radiohead. After its release, the song became an international hit and has become an iconic song of the 90s era. Here is Creep. Our final tune this evening brings us to one of the most iconic rock bands of the 90s, Nirvana. This tune was featured on the album Nevermind and is one of the most popular rock anthems of all time. Here's the band playing Smells Like Teen Spirit.
You may not get credit for the
Let's hear it one more time for your Central Riverhawks marching band.
All right, that is some wonderful halftime entertainment as the Central Marching Band. You can see them again tomorrow at the parade here for Oktoberfest. The drives for the Central Riverhawks and the Sparta Spartans as it's 20-13, Central leading. 3-yard touchdown run by Rude, capping off an 8-play drive to start the game for the Central Riverhawks. The PAT good, 7-0. 17-yard touchdown run by McTaggart. PAT was blocked by Foley, 7-6. Then Sparta had scored on their 10th play of that drive. Central responds 4 plays later, plays a 37 and 35. Capped off with 4 yards for Rude. PAT was blocked 13-6. I think you said Gus Tripp got that one. Central defense held Sparta to a punt. Central scored again, getting the ball right before the end of the first quarter and had a 15-play drive. 16, 9, 8, 8, 12, 9 were some of the bigger plays. 3 yards for Rude, his hat trick in the first half, 20-6. And then Sparta got the ball back at the 50-yard line, 5:56 remaining in the second quarter. Plays of 2, 10, got a penalty on a holding, came back on a big fourth down. They get 20 yards. And then all the way down to the 3, and Laufenberg throws to Bender for the touchdown, 20-13 on a fourth down play. Or not the fourth down play. They got a first down to make it 1st and goal, but they on the offside, and then the very next play, 1st and goal, no timeouts, 9 seconds left. And then, so 22-13 was the halftime score. Did find out that Holman is up like 28-7 now over Toma, and Onalaska was leading Logan the last time we had heard. So, Nami, your first half stats.
Yeah,
maybe.
There we go. How about that? For Sparta,
better.
we had Cam McTaggart, 11 carries on the ground, 64 yards and a touchdown. Hunting had a carry for 1 yard. Schmitz came in, remember, as the quarterback there on that big drive at the end of the half, had 3 carries for 27 yards. Laufenberg in the first half was 4 for 6 passing for 29 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown to Bender, who had 1 catch for the 3-yard touchdown. Huntington had a catch for 8 yards, and Cott had 2 catches for 18 yards. For the Central Riverhawks, it was the Christian Rude show in the first half. 17 carries, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Rude, averaging over 8 yards a carry. Service had 3 carries for 20 yards. Wyatt Foley had a carry for 35 yards. Reuben Smith had a carry that was stuffed at the line. Rude was 4 for 5 passing for 49 yards. He hit Growth for 18 yards, and Service has 3 catches for 25 yards. That gets us to 20-13. Sparta here with a big drive coming out of the half. We'll see where this game is going to go. If Sparta's able to go down and score a touchdown, we got a ball game. We'll see if Central can come up with a defensive stop and get the ball back and get that 2-score lead back.
I think we already have a ball game. This second half is going to be a tight one for both teams. Neither one of them playing mistake. They have not made. I should say they both are playing mistake-free football when it comes to turnovers. They have not given up those turnovers. Maybe one of those pops up depending on each team and who can make that turnover. Central's looking for one. They got an INT last week with Growth, but otherwise, they have not had too many turnovers. Zardy has 2 forced fumbles. Fabry 1. They only have 1 INT on the year for Sparta as well. So. Maybe a turnover. That might be the biggest thing. We kind of hit on what's happening over the weekend. I want to get to some games. You have some scores, though.
I do. Reedsburg is ahead of Baraboo 35-0 at the half. Holman, remember, that was a close game for a while with Toma. It was 14-7. It is now 28-7 Holman at the half. So
I mentioned that already, yeah.
Onalaska up 14-6 at the half.
There you go.
Bangor over Royal 24-0 at the half. Aquinas all over Black River Falls. That's 43-0 at the half.
I told you didn't have to report that.
20 Hillsboro 20, New Lisbon 0 at the half. Arcadia 14-0 over Westby at the half. That's what I got.
14 what?
14-0 over Westby.
Okay. Arcadia, I think, is having a great year for boys soccer.
They are.
As well.
They got a fantastic boys soccer team. Undefeated, I think.
Gabe Service on the tee. And this is a squibber that touches a front man, Chase Veith. And Veith will cover it.
I fought with the scoreboard down there. We'll see what it does. I don't know.
It'll do nothing.
Yeah. The score is right, so just trust the score for
I was going to say, and just listen to me when it comes to down and distance. One thing we did not get to, can I mention a couple of things? Okay, tomorrow, Rutgers at Minnesota. That's at 11 a.m. Big Ten Network has that. Guy Haberman and Yogi Roth, on the call. Yogi, I love that name. 1st and 10 for that. Oh, and then Oregon, number 6 at number 3, Penn State. Thought you might want to know about that one too. That's a night game on NBC. Noah Engel, Todd Blackledge on the call. Great crew there. Hand off McTaggart through the hole to the 46-yard line. Dropped there for a gain of. Yeah, they moved it back a little bit. How about 3.5, somewhere around there. There is LSU and Mississippi as well. Those are 2 ranked teams on ABC at 2:30. Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy on that call. And USC at number 23, Illinois, with Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, 11 o'clock on Fox. So some big games. There isn't a whole lot of them, but there is a couple on the schedule tomorrow as Gabe Service trying to bring down McTaggart. And look at him fight all the way to near the sticks to the 49-yard line.
Boy, I love the effort McTaggart runs with. Doesn't give up on it. Looked like he was stood up there. Just kept on churning the legs and able to gain an extra 3 yards, make it a 3rd and short.
So, well, there you go. Mr. Hansen saying the same thing.
Yep.
He's listening to you.
Get a chance to see Mr. Hansen if you come to the Brat Barn tomorrow. He's going to help us out. Mr. Regner's going to help. All hands on deck for the
I guess.
Brat Barn. Yep.
And me.
And you. Get a chance to beat Joel McCall.
Not really. I'm behind the grill.
Oh, yeah, we hide you, don't we?
Yes, you do. 2 yards. That's good because I'm grumpy.
Especially at 6 in the morning.
You got it. 1st and 10 after that 2-yard gain by McTaggart. I'll also mention the Vikings on Sunday at 8:30 on the NFL Network there against Pittsburgh. That game over at Dublin, Ireland. Correct? Am I right about that?
I think you're
Ireland?
right. Yep.
Yeah. They already saw good football. What do they need an NFL game for?
Yeah.
They had Iowa State and Kansas State to open the season. Woffenberg rolling out. Looking and taking a shot deep. Got a man and caught by Gus Tripp. What a catch. That was a tight window and great coverage here, Nami.
Great catch and a great throw. Putting it right on the money. The play action gets all the linebackers sucked in on McTaggart. And Laufenberg puts it on the money to Tripp.
Hey, 28 yards. 1st and 10.
Great throw.
Or 1st and goal, pardon me. Yes, it was. And Wyatt Foley had good coverage.
He did.
He was right on the hip of Tripp.
But that's what a McTaggart does for you if you have him in your offense.
Mm-hmm.
Takes so much attention.
Yep, agreed. 1st and goal. Hand off McTaggart. Bounce to the outside. No one going to get him. He'll get in for the touchdown from 9 out.
And here we go.
I told you, man.
Yep.
McTaggart. Now 7 touchdowns on the year. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Rudrud has 11 after his 3 in the first half.
And one of the league leaders in total yardage.
Yes,
And that
and
will
D2.
continue to go up. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I hit on a little bit of that earlier. And here comes Von Ruden's extra point.
I mean, he has over 200 yards of total offense in the first half of this game.
Right. Ooh, I think that was that partially blocked too. It's short.
Is that Foley again?
Yes, he was in on that, 20-19. Hopefully the scoreboard updates because right now it shows 20-13. It is 20-19 our score.
Matthew Construction Company is proud to be a Riverhawk community sponsor. Matthew Construction Company is a family-owned asphalt contractor and major supplier of aggregates. Throughout the Midwest, the company plans and completes road construction projects such as asphalt highways, driveways, and parking lots. Beyond the road, Matthew offers additional career opportunities. For example, at its highly specialized research and development facility located in Onalaska, the company's team of top chemists and engineers conducts industry-leading research to continually improve the performances of its products and develop sustainable green technologies. Whether in the lab, office, or out on the roads, Matthew Construction Company aims to inspire the next generation of innovative thinkers. Learn more about the diverse career opportunities in legal, HR, research and technology, accounting, environmental services, engineering, operations management, safety, and more at www.mathy.com.
Thank you again to Mathy Construction for being our number one sponsor for the entire 2025-26 season. You're on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. Appreciate you coming along on the ride with us.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me, Joel.
Oh, no, I never talk about you that way.
You don't appreciate me.
No, Smith, okay. I could do the game without you. I
did
showed that last week.
Yep.
Smith trying to make a little move. Does. To the 32-yard line. Good return. Huntington on that, as well as Jackson Spencer. 9.5 to play, third quarter.
GET up 29-8 over Viroqua. That's a new score that we did not have. That's at the half.
We had not heard that one. MBC, Holman at 3-0, Central at 3-0. Logan 2-1. Toma, Reedsburg, Onalaska, Sparta, all sitting at 1-2. Ooh. And what a weird snap that was. Came to service barely. Got it off to Rude. Can we see that snap again? Let's see. No, got the spin move by Rude, 7 yards.
Service did a good job there to secure that.
My gosh.
That was almost disaster.
Yeah, that is for sure. Second down, 8-3 to the Central Riverhawks. They cling to a 1-point lead. Service as quarterback. Man in motion. Smith. Service looking maybe to pitch that. Instead goes back to the other way. And smart that he did. McTaggart on the tackle up high. Down low was Benish. But Service makes it to the 45-yard line. Gain of 7 and first down.
That play was not supposed to go that way. Service saw there was nothing to the left. Did a great job cutting back against the grain. Found some opening and got a big 7 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45 for the Central Riverhawks. Smith in motion. Jet sweep and Service took it away to the 45-yard line. 10 more and a first down.
A little misdirection there. Got everybody looking at Smith coming across the formation. Service just keeps it himself.
Which was smart because the Sparta defense got sucked down on that and was watching Smith, not Service. Wow, they shorted him. Gave him 9 instead of 10. So 2nd down and 1. Service, handoff, Rude. And there's your juke move. There's your jump.
Nope.
There's your spin move. To the 30. Falls forward. Here, you want to see all the repertoire of Christian Rude, you will here.
It's like playing Madden, the Xbox controller.
Pretty much. I was a PlayStation guy myself. How much did you give him on
17.
that? All right.
Hit the X button, the triangle button, the square button, all of them on that one.
Wasn't it used to be the truck stick?
Yeah.
I thought about that for Rude. I don't know if they even have that anymore. I haven't had a new Madden game about 4 years. Mine still has Derek Carr as the Raiders. Handoff Rude again. Student body right. Pounded at the 23-yard line. Boy, did he take a shot.
Yes, he did.
At
up
the
high,
end of that.
too. He was wrapped up underneath and watched there. A shot to the upper body there.
Huntington down below on the tackle. McTaggart was also with that. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. 6th play of the drive. Sparta scored on 5 plays, their first drive of the second half. Service, handoff, Rude. And McTaggart meets him right at the hole and a 1-yard gain. That's it.
Nice play there by McTaggart.
Crucial 3rd down.
One of the few times they've kept Rude from getting going. And that's a big play right there. Makes it 3rd and 4 or 5.
Yeah. Really, you got to almost stretch it all the way to the 17.
Riverhawks getting used to that 3rd and 1 or 2. Now it's a little bit longer.
They put it up there as 3rd down 3, but I am not saying 3 yards here. I am saying you got to get a legit 4.
Look at our scoreboard. Scoreboard says 4.
Yeah, I know, but
it's
it's
so
also
far behind.
Yeah, I know. It's Rude. Here comes the blitz. Yep. Made a man miss, then bounces to the right side. Goes upfield. Tried to get to the 5. Slipped there to the 4.
How did he see that blitzer coming? I didn't think he saw it. They had a free blitzer coming in from the end. And I thought Rudrud was going to take a big loss.
I believe that was a safety blitz from Benish. What'd you give him on that?
18.
First and goal. Service. Handoff. Rudrud. And nothing. Underneath, I see Jackson Bender. And also coming out of that is Logan Engel. Engel with 4 solos and a sack this year for Sparta.
Went right back to that same play.
Yep. No gain. Second and goal.
Trying to do work off the right side there. Sparta's seen a lot of it. Central might have to do a little misdirection here.
And it is Service. Keeps on this side and gets in for the touchdown. Service from 5 yards out.
Great call by Coach Colburn. As you see, the fake handoff takes all the attention, which you can't blame the Spartans. You got to follow Rudrud. Service just keeps it himself and walks it in for the touchdown. Basically.
How about the block by Ruben Smith, too? Service's 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
You know, we've seen that a lot tonight, those wide receivers doing some work in the run game. Really getting good blocks. That's what makes things go.
Buxton, snap was high, kick, no good. Sliced it off to the left. 26-19. Second half, 5:34 left in the third.
I think Coach Olson, when he watches the film, he's going to be really happy with his wide receiver room and the work that they're doing. Not something that you hear a lot about in the course of a game. They're not going to get their name in the paper for their blocking.
Right.
But when you watch it on film, what are the things that spring some of these big gains? It's the guys blocking downfield. You know, and that's something that Connor Groth is really good. I know he's a phenomenal receiver, great hands, great route runner. Don't underestimate his ability to block down the field. He is excellent at that when you watch him live on the field. And Ruben Smith.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to highlight it on the replay.
Yep.
Because it was super important to do that.
And Ruben, you know, Ruben's a short, shifty guy.
Right.
It's not like he's a big, imposing figure.
5'8", 165.
But he's got that dog in him. He's not afraid to get in there and get in somebody's way and make some contact. That was a great play call there. We just talked about going off to the right over and over. Sparta starting to key in on it. So you send Rudrud over that way and leak out Service on the backside.
Buxton on the tee at the 40-yard line. This kick is much deeper. Take it around the 18-yard line. I'm trying to get the number there. It is Simon Schmitz on the return to the 37-yard line. Good return for Sparta again. But, in fact, this is one of their worst starting field position of the game. They started the first drive of the game, 36 of their own, this time 37.
Really one of the first times we've seen Central kick it deep.
Yes. Well, I think Central knows that they need to make Sparta work for this.
Right.
You can't give them a short field.
Yeah, Central's defense really has not stopped Sparta's offense all night long.
McTaggart and nothing there. Stood straight up. Carter in on that. McTaggart's a little slow getting up.
Boy, Carter is fast coming off the edge, isn't he?
Him and Oliver Walker in on that. By the way, I met Isaiah Walker just last weekend, and he looked at me and goes, "Are you the guy on the YouTube channel?" Yeah, sure am. And he goes, "I'm Isaiah Walker."
He was a heck of a player in his own right.
He's helping out the freshmen now on the coaching staff, so.
Oliver right in his footsteps, too.
Yes.
When you watch them play, they play very similarly.
They do. Isaiah had some nice, kind words for me, and not really for you, but for me.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Huntington on the take, and he's tripped up. Foley in on that, along with Noah Nicholson. And not much on that either. 2. Did you give McTaggart 1 on that, the last carry?
I gave McTaggart 0.
And now 3 here.
And I gave Huntington 3.
Okay.
So a chance here for the Riverhawk defense.
This is a big play.
It is.
For the defense. You called it.
Because you figure that Sparta would punt in this situation on the field.
Yeah.
A chance to get their defense off the field here.
3rd and 7. Laufenberg back to pass. Got a pocket. Sends it deep. Caught. Adjusts and just short That throw was underthrown to Cott. He had a step on service, just could not come up with the pass.
Good play design, and they got just what they were looking for. Cott running free. Throw just a little underthrown. Laufenberg kind of had to throw it off his back foot a little bit.
Yes.
And just enough to disrupt that completion.
Needed to step into the throw instead. So Jackson Bender to punt.
Central gets their stop. Now a chance for the offense to come out and get it back to a
And you don't
two-score
put
lead.
pressure on Bender either. You back off.
Unless you're the Dolphins and you just run them over and give them a free first down.
Don't do that. And who sounds bitter? Fake! It's a fake to McTaggart. And he broke a tackle and get the first down past the 50 to the 44-yard line.
What a great play call there.
14 yards.
Great play call there. You want the ball in McTaggart's hands. Central wasn't really fooled by it. They
No.
were there. He just broke the tackle and wouldn't let him bring him down.
So at the 44. Yeah, I was going to say, even Ray had to adjust on that.
Great play call.
Laufenberg back at shotgun formation. One to the right and left. Hand off McTaggart again. Little jump cut. Trying to get away from Brody Hatch. And he'll get about 3 on that carry.
So hard for the defense, too, after you think you got the 3 and out. Now you're going to get a chance to get your offense on the field. Now you got to rev it all up again, right? Get that energy and emotion back.
And don't keep it in your head either. That's the other thing. You got to erase that memory and move forward to the next. 2nd down and 7. At the 41, Sparta and Central. Important game in the MVC. This looked maybe like a screen pass, and instead, Bewley blows up Huntington on the catch. Huntington on the catch. Had it right.
That play was the timing was a little mixed up because the snap was high. Laufenberg had to adjust to that, and on a screen pass, it's all about timing.
Right, two yards on that.
So the throw came out a little bit late, and Bewley made him pay.
So 3rd down and 5. Stick just short of the 34-yard line.
Another chance for the Riverhawk defense.
Right. They almost need a negative play on this because you figure if Sparta gets 3 or 4, it's 2-down territory anyway for the Spartans. Caught in motion. Goes off to the left side. Hand off McTaggart. And he's short. And, in fact, no gain on that play.
Great play there.
Arntz on the tackle.
That makes it interesting here for this 4th down.
Calvin in on that for a no gain. Karan Carter also jumping in on that. But it was Arntz down below that got penetration through the offensive line of Sparta. Yes, a 4th down and 5. Big play. These two teams last year, should mention that. 48-28 service. Couple of touchdowns for him. Rudrud went off for 110 and 2 touchdowns. Gross had a touchdown. Laufenberg back to pass. 4th down, and the pass short, and he ends up hitting the defender, Harold Nachman.
Nachman wasn't even looking, just hit him in the back. That's how you know it's good coverage. Right?
Well, and he can't call PI because he wasn't even near the receiver. So turnover on downs.
There's your stop. Now, we saw Central with a nice long drive in that 2nd quarter that resulted in a touchdown. We'll see if they can do it now when they need it most.
Oh, that's boring. I want to see a 61-yard run by Rudrud.
Well, and you might see that too.
It's what you said 2 weeks ago.
Well, now I want to see a nice
when
long,
I
sustained
screamed
drive.
Nami's getting his wish.
20-6 on and now with the lead over Logan. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Logan just not getting their offense going again. They
Holman
didn't last week either.
34-7 now. They're on their way to a victory.
Service pulls back on the sweep action. Past the 45 to the 47. Gain of 8.
Service really has the Spartans guessing where the ball is going, doing a great job with the deception with the ball.
Yep.
Putting it right in the gut of his running back and then pulling it back at the last second. He's reading those defensive ends to see if he should hand off or not. when those plays happen, they don't know where it's going to go. It all depends on what service is going to decide.
The main thing is that connection is correct. Service still has it. Throws. Bewley's open. Oh, he dropped it. Rudrud was open, though. Oh, Service missed it. I don't know. We might be through late on the. There you see, at about the 45-yard line, over on the far side, Rudrud is asking for that ball. He was open, and he would have had 2 blockers downfield, probably still running, and I would have got my wish.
Well, Bewley got open too, and has to catch that. Seen a couple drops on the Spartan side. Now the Riverhawks with one that Service put right on the money.
Bewley, 1 catch for 19 yards, and it happened last year against Logan, or last week against Logan. Pardon me, I said last year. McTaggart having to come out. He might have blood. We had an issue with that last week. I bet that's what it was. Turf Monster got him. Rudrud on this near side. You think he wanted the ball? Turns upfield to the 40. Breaks through everyone. There he goes. The Magic Man scores again from 47.
My goodness. 53 yards.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was on the other side, wasn't it?
It was. And once he got through there was just no way anybody was stopping him. What a talent he is.
His 4th touchdown of the game for the Central Riverhawks, Christian Rudrud.
Going to have close to over 200 yards now on the ground. You got your wish. Quick Rudrud score.
Yep. And a PAT by Charlie Buxton is good. Well, I said I wasn't going to use it again, but I did say his name.
He appeared.
And he made plays. I believe in Christian Rudrud.
Escape the hustle and bustle. At Pettibone Campground, you can enjoy nature with scenic river sites perfect for family adventures or solo getaways. We also offer the latest in camper rentals. Planning an event? Our rustic banquet hall is your dream venue. Whether it is a wedding, reunion, or corporate event, we cater to all with exceptional service and breathtaking views. Call 608-782-5858 or visit pettiboneresort.com. Pettibone Campground and Banquet Hall, located in La Crosse, is your perfect escape and event destination.
Touchdown for the Riverhawks, 33-19, extend their lead. This is a line drive kick that was caught on the fly by Parker Benish. I'm glad he was ready for it because it came right at him.
I don't know if he caught the ball or if the ball caught him.
I don't know.
It was right at him.
He had a nice return, though, to the 42-yard line. Well, just 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
We said pregame, Sparta, a good team, a lot of good athletes, but you heard me say in the pregame when we were up in the booth here, if you have Rudrud in service, you feel like you have a chance. I mean, they are really, both those guys, having phenomenal games here tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, Service is having a nice bounce-back performance after last week, really struggling. And now if you're Sparta, do you have to start getting it out of your head as caught on the jet sweep? Far side, 1 spin move, 2, broke another tackle. Got positive yards out of it. Boy, he ran a lot for 2. Well, 3.
You see some of the athleticism, though, and that's what we hit on earlier. They have a lot of athletes out there.
They do.
Central did a good job spreading that out defensively, but still able to turn it upfield, make a couple guys miss, and get some positive yardage.
We head to the fourth quarter then. 33-19 our score. Central gets 2 touchdowns in that third quarter. 1 by Service at the 5 yards and 53 for Rudrud, 9 yards for McTaggart. That's how we started. Sparta will need to answer as we enter the money quarter.
Need a place to live or extra space to grow? Munson Realty's property management portfolio offers a wide variety of properties to fit all your business and housing rental needs in the La Crosse, Wisconsin, and eastern Minnesota areas. Whether you're local or relocating, looking for a business space or a home for just yourself or even the whole family, Munson Realty is here to help you find the perfect place. Discover the right space with Munson Realty, your trusted partner in real estate.
Don't miss a moment of the action. Be sure to follow the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel on Instagram and Facebook. On Facebook, search Central Riverhawks YouTube, and on Instagram, search Central Riverhawks Live.
Fourth quarter, I call it the money quarter here on the Central Riverhawks YouTube channel. 33-19 our score. Central leading Sparta. And for Sparta, they've had 2 games this year where other teams have gone off on them. Last week they were able to respond. 31 unanswered points for Sparta last week against Toma. They have to answer now to the call that Central put up in that third quarter to extend the lead. Laufenberg back to pass. Oh, thrown over on the far side, and it's still caught. It is Gus Tripp over on that far side. The ball bounced out of the hands of a Central Riverhawk defender. Did not get the number on that.
It was Gabe Service who made a break on the ball and had an interception in his hands. Goes right off his hands, and Tripp, Johnny on the spot, able to catch it.
All the way down to the 24-yard line.
Big play there. Got some
31.
Yardage. 31, there we go. Man, interception there would have been a dagger.
That might, I was going to say that'd be a backbreaker. Instead, Laufenberg and company in hot pursuit of a touchdown. McTaggart on the pitch. Going to have to really swing out. And Wyatt Foley, hello, young man. He's already had a couple of blocked PATs on the year. That is only his second tackle for a loss. And for McTaggart, he hasn't had too many of those anyway on the game. That is -6 for McTaggart and only the 4th solo tackle for Foley.
Did you see Foley? We know his speed. We've seen him come around the edge. How about the power once he got there, taking McTaggart up top, throwing him to the ground?
Usually you'd be screaming at him to tackle low.
Yeah, well, not if he can do that.
He made the play. Laufenberg might have to throw this one up. He does. McTaggart giving a block, and doesn't matter. Central Riverhawks with Carter on the sack.
Boy, he's flashed a lot tonight too, hasn't he? Karan Carter just flying through.
And that's another loss of, oh boy. Mr. Hansen throwing out the 3rd and a lot. What did you give him for a loss on that? Was that another 6?
So if it's
not even 3rd and 20, is it?
It's not 3rd and 20.
They got to get all the way to the
25.
14-yard line.
So it's 3rd and 25.
So another, that was 9 yards.
-9, yeah, there you go.
9 yards on the sack. Carter, not a sack on the year, did have 1.5 tackles for loss. Laufenberg going to have to throw this away. Nobody open, more pressure for the Riverhawks, and on that was Aiden Martin applying pressure. And when Sparta needed it most, it was Central's defense that came up with the plays.
Getting through, starting to wear down that offensive line a little bit. Now all of a sudden we're seeing Laufenberg getting all kinds of pressure back there. McTaggart we saw getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Central's defense playing with some fire here in the 4th quarter. And what do you do here if you're Sparta?
You have to go for it. You can't, I mean, even a punt, if you get lucky, it's inside the 10-yard line.
So it's 4th and 23. Okay.
It's more than that. Got to be more than that. Laufenberg throwing in the middle of the field. He's got a man. Cott is open at the 10. He's going to pick up the 1st down.
Central completely losing sight of a receiver running wide open in the middle of the field.
Took it from the 38 to the 28 yards.
A breakdown defensively on 4th and 23. Cott running all alone in the middle of the field. How does that happen?
I don't know. Got to be a breakdown somewhere. Need Zach on the call. He could have told us where the defense was supposed to be. One wide receiver over the far side and near. Handoff. This is to Benish. Parker Benish getting a carry, but he doesn't really get anything out of that. -2. Sparta on this drive, 3 yards, 31, -6, -9, incomplete, 28, and then -2 again.
Boy, if Sparta ends up scoring here, put a circle around that 28-yard fourth down play. What a large play that was for the Spartans.
And Laufenberg really stepped into that. I mean, he gunned that pass in there.
He's good. He's been impressive
He has. He was play faking to no one. McTaggart on the screen. Coming back upfield. He's got to block and he'll score. Gus Tripp had a great block at the goal line, and McTaggart with wonderful vision gets in for 12.
So disappointing for the Riverhawks. Had them way behind the sticks. Have a defensive communication breakdown. Spartans score, and now we got a ball game again.
Sparta looking to go for 2 here.
That's interesting.
I was going to say, why would you go for 2 is my question.
Because if you
doesn't really help you.
No. This is interesting.
Yeah.
So
Put the 1 on the board. It's a 7-point game. You miss this, now you're going to have to chase points.
This is a huge play for the Central defense if they can.
Laufenberg back to pass and incomplete. Looking for Cott. Service and coverage.
Good pressure again by the Riverhawk defense. Not sure I understand that there unless you're. I don't know. I guess I don't want to speculate. I don't know what the reasoning was there.
Right, but now Sparta really has to chase points, though. I mean, you're going to have to go for another 2-point conversion just to tie the ball game. Here in the fourth quarter, can Central put a drive together? They have done a marvelous job on offense today.
Yeah, Sparta's defense really has not stopped the Riverhawk offense.
No.
Now can we agree that we want a long, sustaining drive, or you still want a quick score?
A long, sustaining drive would be just fine.
All right, good.
Well,
we're on the same page.
Well, you're the one that asked for that 2 weeks ago. Hanson thanking his crew up in the press box.
Mike Eagle Eye Regner.
Yes. We'll have Mr. Hanson for our Pettibone starters when it comes to basketball.
Oh, that's right. Yep. The voice of the Riverhawks.
That's me.
No, that's Mr. Hanson.
No.
He's the PA.
He's the PA announcer for, yes.
You're the voice of the Central YouTube channel.
I mean, that's very true. I try to be. I can't help you in the spring, though. The spring you turn into the voice.
That's right, the golden voice.
Oh, let's not go that far. And ball trickles over on that far side and off the kick by Von Ruden. Central just falling on that. And a smart play by Cashton LaRue to do just that. So 31-yard line of their own for the Central Riverhawks. 8:50 to play.
Now it's all about 10 yards at a time. Get your first downs, move those chains, take some time, and finish it off with a touchdown.
I say the biggest thing is to get some points at the end of this. I remember Service almost had a pick in the last drive as well for Sparta.
Yeah, that was a big play.
His
well.
Trip was, you called him Johnny on the spot.
Yep. And this is not the way to start
Central
an offensive series.
Yep, false start on the Riverhawks. I did mention that Minnesota at Pittsburgh then for the NFL Network at 8:30. The game we get here in La Crosse, I have no idea how they decided this, but it's Washington at Atlanta. I don't know. It's on at noon on CBS. Cleveland at Detroit is noon on Fox with Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma. Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt are on the call for Washington at Atlanta. The afternoon game on CBS here in La Crosse in the area is Chicago at Las Vegas. Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on that. Maybe Romo just want to gamble. Otherwise, I can't believe he'd want to be there. Rudrud on the near side, and he trucks another man getting low. near the 34-yard line. So he gets past the original line of scrimmage and gains 3 more for 8. And, of course, all eyes in this state will be on Green Bay at Dallas, 7:20 on NBC Sunday night. Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth on the call. I could be the person that you might want to blame for the Packers losing on last Sunday. And
jinx them?
I'll explain in just a second. Service in the shotgun. Smith in motion. Service kept it again. And he gets past the first down marker and then some to the 45. And he ran over one as well.
Doing his best Christian Rudrud impression.
Yes, he was. It was McTaggart. What did you give him on that?
12.
So the reason why, I was at church, and our pastor said she was going to go home and have a nap. And I said, oh, don't worry about watching the Packers anyway. They play the Browns. They'll definitely win.
Yeah, there you go.
Rudrud falling blockers, got another one downfield, got tripped up from behind. Might have been even the turf monster that got him at the 36-yard line. 18.
Yeah, another 18.
And he might have broke all the way.
Had blockers ahead. That
He
offensive
did.
line doing work. It's okay getting tackled, though. Let that clock run a little bit.
That's true, too. Central trying to get back to a 2-score game. Service. Snap was high. Gave it off to Rudrud anyway. Following his blockers. Cut back to the hash mark to the 31-yard line. Sparta with all kinds of guys around him. Coming up, I see Wyatt Moreau again.
27th carry for Rudrud tonight.
Second down. 5 on that. Mr. Hansen, stop. You're not talking over each other anymore. 2nd and 5. Service. Again, that snap high. Rudrud looking to throw to Groth. Got him deep. Caught it and a touchdown. Connor Groth. 31 yards. Rudrud took Groth. Boy, where did I hear that before?
Growth wide open. Got 4 or 5 yards.
Past Huntington. Huntington was in the area. You want to say that? Got caught looking in the backfield. Eyes down, or in the backfield. Gross breaks free. His 6th touchdown of the year and 6th throwing touchdown for Rudrud.
Another fantastic play call. Coach Colbert in his bag today.
And a very important PAT. That one through. So Buxton good on that. It makes it 40-25. So it's a 2-score game, but Sparta is going to need that 2-point conversion at some point. But, boy, they need to start trying to slow down the Central offense that is rolling here at UWL.
The Central Booster Club is excited to work with you this school year. The Booster Club's mission is to promote and help finance the over 50 official Central co-curricular activities through fundraising efforts. Booster Club meetings are held in the Central Commons on the second Monday of each month during the school year. If you can't attend meetings, you can still help by volunteering at the school store and other events. With so many budget cuts, the role of the Booster Club has become even more important in supporting all Central activities. Sign up to stay updated on Booster Club activities by clicking the QR code. Go Riverhawks!
Central Riverhawks get a big touchdown then, 31-yarder from Rudrud to Groth. It was 34 yards last week to beat Logan. Here it extends the lead to 2 touchdowns.
15, Joel. 15. Were you trying to do the math in
What
your
did
head?
I say?
2 touchdowns. I thought you were trying to do the math in your head.
No.
Oh, okay. I was helping you.
Well, it is 2 touchdowns.
I am an educator, you know.
Oh, please. Barely. I know who does all the work in your office, and it ain't you. Picked up on the ground by Benish. And to the 45-yard line.
Well, it didn't really run off as much time as we were hoping for, but it does.
You were hoping for.
I was hoping for, but it does put Sparta in a tough spot here, down 2 scores.
It took off 1 minute and 45 seconds.
You wonder, is Sparta going to continue with McTaggart? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he's your best offensive weapon, but
They did find some area to throw to with Tripp and Cott
Yep.
in that last drive for Sparta. You got to put it in the air a little bit, I think.
At the same time, you don't want to abandon the run.
Right.
We'll see what they do.
It's kind of a balance, but at the same time, try a play fake here and there. It trips to this near side. So it's McTaggart on the first. His knees
like
dropped at the 49. Yeah, I do too. Get some yardage, though. You can't sit there and force your first-year quarterback and junior Laufenberg saying, go out there and just win the game for us. I don't think that's a fair assessment to give him. Trips over the far side. No one's covering Cott. He's open. He was for a moment. He tried to go for the wheel route, and it's overthrown. It is Service on the pick and a turn up field.
Oh, he's looking to go.
Yes, he is. He's coming down this near sideline.
Got a blocker.
He's got a couple blocks. Worms his way back on the inside. Goes to the far side. There he goes. Deep service. Touchdown. Pick 6. And maybe the dagger for the Riverhawks. What a return. Over 70 yards on the pick 6 for Service.
What a game Service has had. I can't see their faces from way up here, but I could tell by his body language that he was not looking to go down and take a knee. He was looking to return that thing. And how about the guys getting out in front of him and getting him some blocks downfield?
So that design was caught coming on the interior, like towards the middle of the field, and then going out, almost like a slanting up. And Laufenberg only looked at him. And when he threw it, there's 3 guys, and he overshot. Got to look for somebody else. And instead, huge turnover. Buxton. Got it. I think your dad called it best. His PATs float up there like a balloon.
And they go through.
And they went through. So
Joel,
here.
I've had a chance to get to meet, well, I knew Gabe Service for a long time, but I've got to know him better now as a Health Science Academy student. I guarantee you that last drive, that one that went off his hands, was eating him apart inside. The competitor that he is. And when that ball floated high, there was no way he was going to let that one hit the turf. And that's just who he is. I guarantee you it was driving him nuts that he missed that last one.
And what a return. And might have put this game out of reach.
He had bad intentions as soon as he caught that thing.
Yeah.
You could just tell.
Yes. And when it was one-on-one with a poor offensive lineman for Sparta, you feel bad for him because he's trying to make a play, and Service still had 2 blockers in front, too.
Right.
So even if he would have ran towards that side, he had 2 blockers. Credit Service for going back the other way, cutting back up towards the middle of the field and scoring. It was either him or the offensive lineman that was out there or Gus Tripp.
Look at that kick.
Yeah, deep kick this time. Caught by Schmitz. Takes it on the run over the far side. Slipped through 1:35. Still moving forward. He'll get close to the 40-yard line. Another nice return. Boy, the Sparta team, you just got to feel for them a little bit because of what happened to them earlier in the season. Then the non-conference games, they beat Black River Falls 22-12 and beat Mawson 35-0. In the Logan game, they're ahead 21-20 entering the fourth quarter, the money quarter. Then Logan goes on 23 unanswered points and wins 43-21 against Holman, only down 17 at halftime. Then they lose 45-0. Last week 7-7, followed by 7-0 Toma, followed by the 31 unanswered to win 31-7.
Onalaska up 28-12 with 5:30 left to go in the game against Logan.
Logan could not respond back after what happened last week.
Yep.
And McTaggart over the far side. He gets hit. Taken out of bounds by Foley. Couple of yards for McTaggart. But they'll go back. Coach Kinggetter and the company will look at that, especially the play that ended up resulting in the interception. And for Laufenberg, they'll be penciling that in, and they'll draw that up. They'll look at it, circle that, and say, you got to check off. Mm-hmm. Can't just look at one guy. It's got to be multiple guys. Go through your progressions, young man. Find other people. McTaggart looking around. He had 3 Central Riverhawks circling around him. Oliver Walker was ready for that handoff. He went the other way, did McTaggart, and gained 2. I don't mind the design play of that, too, to try and move Cott around and look for that. It's just Central is ready for anything with Cott. They were not going to allow him to get beat deep again. 3rd down and 6. Laufenberg back to pass. No pressure. Looking deep, far side. And got a man. It is caught again. Over on that far side. Bewley was
Flag
on him.
comes in.
I think Cott might have stepped out of bounds. This was close to the sideline as he ran it. And if it is, then it's illegal touching by an offensive player because Cott caught the ball. It was awfully close. Bewley using the sideline.
Official putting the flag right down at the 30-yard line. Is he marking where the guy stepped out? We're going to find out here.
This is where that microphone would.
Mm-hmm.
Illegal touching. Yep. Cott had stepped out of bounds.
What a throw, though, by Laufenberg.
Oh.
Put it right on the money.
Yes, he did.
I'm telling you, he's going to be a good one.
Just a junior, too. The only problem that he'll have is that he sees McTaggart and Cott graduating.
He throws a really good ball, though.
Yes. Gus Tripp also graduating. But he'll have Huntington back.
Where do they mark this off at?
Well, this should come all the way back. That's not a spot foul. Yes, he caught the ball, but he's also out of bounds. The officials are discussing this, but this should come all the way back.
Well, they're marking at the 45-yard line, Joel, which would be a first down.
How can it be a first down if there's an offensive penalty of illegal touching?
That's going to be a first.
I
don't
don't
understand that. Maybe that
understand.
was not the call.
But he pointed to Sparta.
It was definitely against Sparta.
Okay, so somehow they got a plus 15 on a penalty of their own. That's a first down and 10 at the 45. Diamond formation on this near side. It's Schmitz that takes off over that far side, and he broke a tackle and got away from another 20 to the 28-yard line. Well, I wish we had some clarification on that one. 17. That's 3 times then here at UWL. We've had calls. Actually 4 because we had one earlier where the official just rubbed his leg or scratched his tummy. I don't know what he was doing.
Hansen said he thought he was signaling illegal forward pass, but it was called on the defense. So that would make no sense.
Right. Well, no, it was called on the offense.
No, the scratching his hip.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. All right.
We are a long way away. It's sometimes hard to see the official signals.
Yeah. That's true. Still.
We've been more confused this football season than I think we've ever been.
Agreed. Schmitz throws to McTaggart. A couple blockers. 25. Still trying to move his feet. I mean, he's still working to the 22. I mean, he took Foley for a ride there. Paul and Deb Munson, YouTube fans of the game.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely. They're always fans of the game. I'm good with that. We also have a shout-out to do. I almost forgot.
6 yards on that for McTaggart.
Did hear from our rural specialist as well, Jeremy Hansen, chiming in.
All right, hold on just a second. Schmitz is in the backfield, runs off to the right, scampers back to the left, and he'll get to the 20-yard line for a gain of 3. Go ahead.
So Jeremy Hansen says that ruling was incorrect on the illegal touch. So he agrees with us. So unless there was something that we missed, he's as confused as we are.
Okay. And he's an official.
Now, we do also have to call Coach Arnold, the coach, defensive backs coach for the Central Riverhawks, had one of his guys run one back, Gabe Service, for a pick 6. His dad is watching down in Stillman Valley, Illinois. So a big shout-out to Steve Arnold. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Riverhawks tonight.
Schmitz over on that right side, absolutely.
Hope you enjoyed seeing the pick 6 from one of Coach Arnold's guys.
3 yards on that for a first down.
Coach Arnold does such a great job coaching football and then does a great job working with us on the YouTube channel as well.
We miss him.
We do
so
miss him.
much for the YouTube channel. He does a lot for us. You'll probably hear him once in a while on the broadcast once we start up basketball season, because Coach Arnold will be with us during some of the basketball season. He won't be with us every night, but when he is with us, bingo cards, he'll have special graphics. I'm going to have him maybe work on some graphics for us next week for football too. He said he would help us out. Schmitz straight through the hole. Gain of 4. Rude on that tackle.
Nice drive here by Sparta. The problem is the clock just ticking
I know.
away.
See, that's the thing. They're under 2.5. Running out of time.
Holman final now. 42-13 over Toma. They remain unbeaten in the conference.
And averaging like almost, 45 points a game.
Yep.
So, although Central's been putting up some big numbers here offensively tonight.
Yeah, 45 wouldn't beat them tonight.
Right. What a game that will be in what is that? That's 2 weeks from now? I believe next week we're at Toma. Schmitz takes off, breaks to the outside. He's got him into the end zone for a touchdown, 12 yards out.
He's a nice little change of pace for the Spartans.
Agreed.
Quarterback.
Agreed. This will be a 2-point conversion then.
Jeremy confirming that it should have been a loss of down from the previous spot on that illegal touching.
But no yardage lost. Okay. Yeah, that's...
Which would have made a lot of sense to us.
Yes, that I would have understood. We will not be back at UWL until October 17th. We're on the road, or the Central Riverhawk YouTube channel. We'll follow this Riverhawk team on October 3rd at Toma, and then again October 10th at Holman. We'll be up on the roof at Toma. Brrr.
Hopefully nice weather.
Yeah, no kidding. Schmitz takes off for the 2-point conversion and in. Onside kick got to be coming then. That's 47-33. Nami's looking at his watch going, how much sleep will I get tonight?
Not much.
Prior to the Brat Barn coming up tomorrow. I won't sleep very well either because I'll be so concerned that I won't get up in time. Although you said you're not picking me up till like 6:15. I don't usually get up till about 6 anyway. So are you bringing donuts for me?
No. Oh.
Well, you cheapskate. I would have said something else, but we're on the air.
We'll see how well you work tomorrow and see if you earn anything, and then maybe I'll give you a donut at the end of the day.
Dude, I carry you night after night on the YouTube channel. What are you talking about working hard?
Oh, by the way, you don't know this yet, but you're going to be covering the Onalaska game here next time we're back at UWL by yourself, because I am in Pine Ridge that week.
No kidding. You'll miss the Onalaska. You know what? Then the Riverhawks will win because
I know.
Like the Logan game. You're not back in time for that one, huh? You usually try to sneak back by Friday.
We usually go Monday to Friday. We are going Wednesday to Saturday this trip.
Okay. Your dates have changed.
They are, yeah.
I see. I just looked behind Zach and over his shoulder, and the Florida State Seminoles, the top 10 team, down 35-28, 2:18 to play against Virginia. How about that?
There's only one school in Florida that has a good football team, and that's, of course, the U.
Well, they'd probably beat that professional team in Miami right about now.
We're not talking about that, Joel. We're talking about college football right now.
So here,
stay on topic.
Oh, no. That doesn't happen around here. Onside kick, ball bounced around. Good job by Rude. Snags that out of the air on the bounce. Came off the bounce, bounced right up to him, snagged it, and dropped. 49-yard line, Central.
So Sparta does have all their timeouts. We'll see if they use them.
Yeah, I don't know how aggressive King Getter is going to be on this for Sparta. First-year head coach. His email, I forgot to forward you that too. It was a very nice email. He wrote a lot of stuff.
I liked the way he coached the game tonight. I did too. I thought he did a nice job changing things up.
Yep.
The fake punt was a great call. I think Sparta, lucky to have him as their head coach.
This is his 11th year in the football program. His first 4 were the D-line coach, and the previous 7 he was the defensive coordinator and the linebackers coach. They said they even built a house in Sparta, his family, so they're really integrated into the Spartan community, and I agree with you.
Yep. I thought he did a nice job tonight.
Service keeps on this. Close to the 45.
Yeah, and they're not going to use their timeouts, so Central will be able to run this out.
4 yards on that. Yeah, he said, I took the job because I enjoyed coaching at Sparta the last decade. I have boys in the youth middle school program at Sparta. My family built a home here, so we have been adopted by the community. The community support has been great when the job opened and has continued into the season. And he also teaches social studies at the high school and has taught there for 12 years. So
Certainly wish them the best of luck as they move forward in the conference.
right, and they're in the D3 as well. So even if they can get into the playoffs, make a little run. We'll talk about their schedule here after this next snap. As Service on this near side cuts back up, 40-35 for being tackled by Huntington. Oh, well, there is a flag at the 38-yard line, though. So before you mark that, Nami, don't. Sparta next week is hosting on Alaska, and I can only hope that Sparta will win. They're at Reedsburg. Mm-hmm. They're at Reedsburg and round out against Baraboo. So, honestly, I hope the Spartans go 3-0 to round out the season. Although I will say that Baraboo and the Thunderbirds were very kind to us as well. And we even received a really nice email from a parent of theirs crediting us for how we handled Hodges' injury at the end of the game. So I have no ill will to Baraboo. That penalty brings it all the way back.
We don't have much ill will. A couple
No,
places.
that's true. I
much.
was going to say that's really not too many.
No.
Service. That mesh and to Rude just kept it. 0 yards there.
And there's a timeout. It's gonna be
Central
by
took a
Central.
timeout. Or no, he pointed the wrong way. He pointed the wrong way.
I was
It
gonna
is the
say.
Spartans that took the timeout. 52 seconds left. So our next broadcast then does sound like it'll be a dual broadcast. We'll have two things coming up for you on Tuesday night as the volleyball team hosts on Alaska, 5:30, 7 o'clock for the YouTube channel. I might have to come down. Do you have school on Monday?
Yep. We do.
Oh, but you can't set up the equipment on Monday night and leave it up for the rest of on Tuesday, can I?
No, because I need my equipment.
Might have to drop off equipment to you and have you set up some of it.
That you could do. Yep.
Okay. Because if I'm going to be by myself, then I need that set up because we want to make sure we bring the JV match as we usually do for home volleyball matches. And then you guys, Ray and Nami, will cover boys soccer, and you'll have the varsity game only at 7 o'clock against West Salem at Field for Kids, which we had great luck with internet there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
That was a good broadcast.
Ray and I were very fortunate.
So hopefully we have that again Tuesday night.
Yes, I will make sure you adjust your output, though, on your
Okay.
as Foley goes to the far side, breaks free. He might go. Wyatt Foley to the end zone. Touchdown. 46 yards.
I don't think Central would have tried to score there.
I don't think they really wanted to. It was just,
Well, Sparta took a timeout. And so
well, true, but I also think just the jet sweep to counter something, get a first down, the game's over. And instead, there was nobody on that side. Sparta got so sucked in to thinking that it was Service or Rude that Foley ran off. It's a good call by Colburn.
I think Central would have downed it and took a knee. But if Sparta's going to take timeouts, then you have to continue playing.
Right. Buxton, line drive this time and through. That's true. So 54-33.
How about Foley, though? Man, he's really shown the last couple of weeks. Defensively, special teams, now offensively. He gets it done in all three phases, Joel.
What's he have today for rushing yards?
He has 2 carries. Let me get my reading glasses on.
Oh, boy. Might be here a while.
81 yards and a touchdown.
Okay, so he came in 4 carries for 18 yards.
There you go. So he's at 99 total for the year.
Right, yep. Yeah, we have to hope for good weather next week up at Toma, because if we don't, we won't be broadcasting up on the roof. They just don't have the room in the press box. I know that they have a spot, but they also have their own streaming up at Toma. So then,
Yeah, no rain. We can deal with cold.
Right. We could deal with cold or hot. We just cannot have rain. Although when the company, I'm not going to tell you what company is citing my house because they're not a sponsor. But the gentleman that is helping out with that, the foreman, told me that they are not planning. There's no rain in the forecast for about 2 weeks.
Good.
So we're on a little bit of a dry spell here in La Crosse and western Wisconsin. Schmitz picks it up on the ground to the 40 and pushed out about the 42. Be the final drive. Nami, I guess you can't quite wrap up with your stats, can you? You could with Central, but you'll have a hard time doing that and doing the plays for Sparta. Keys tonight from Coach Olson. He said secondary needs to take advantage of opportunities. No complacency. Have a great approach and don't get behind the sticks. Coach Kinggetter said don't hurt ourselves with penalties. Can't make any turnovers. Got to win that battle in explosive plays and got to limit Centrals. I don't think that happened. Coach Kinggetter and company will try to fight back next week. Schmitz almost lost his footing, then throws it out, and Huntington catches, and then Wyatt Foley drops him right at the 47-yard line. 5 yards. But the clock moves because Sparta's not going to call timeouts here. That might be something, though, next week for Sparta. You might see a Schmitz come in, then, keep utilizing Schmitz and Laufenberg. Schmitz back to pass again, far side, and caught. Really nowhere to go. Caught on that catch, but gained a couple, and that's it. Caught on the catch in the end of the game. Central Riverhawks get the W here at UWL Veterans Memorial Field. And the Riverhawks go to 4-2 on the year, 4-0 in the MVC. Sparta falls to 3-3 and 1-3 in conference. The big story of today then is Holman and Central both winning, both undefeated in conference play. Holman's undefeated completely. Who's better right now, Holman football or Holman volleyball? They're both undefeated right now. And with Onalaska likely winning over Logan, that dips Logan to 2-2 and Onalaska at 2-2. Setting up for a big week coming up in 2 weeks, I should say. Holman will have to take care of business next week. So will Central on the road at Toma. I'm not sure who Holman has next week, but setting up to be a barn burner in the MVC with Central and Holman. Central winning 54-33, and here's the drives in the second half. Sparta got it first, and it was McTaggart, 9-yard touchdown run on 5 plays. Had a big play of 28 yards prior to that. A PAT was no good, made it 20-19. Central responds with a drive that had 9 plays, 17 and 18, part of that drive, and it capped off 5 yards for service, 26-19. When that PAT was no good. Sparta turnover on downs in the next drive. Central scores 8 yards incomplete. Then the 53-yarder by Rude, 33-19. Sparta gets it back with 26 seconds left in the third quarter. They go down the field, and a big one was the 28-yarder. Then 12 yards, Laufenberg to McTaggart, 33-25 because the 2-point conversion was no good. And then Central right back, 8, 12, 18, 5, and 31, all in the money quarter. 31-yarder, Rude to Growth, 40-25 with that PAT. And then Sparta got it back with 7:06 left in the fourth quarter. They had a play of 4 yards and then the deep pass. But it went to Gabe Service, and he returned it all the way back for a pick 6, 47-25. That was kind of the dagger. Sparta did respond, getting plays of 17 yards and 12 yards. 12 was the run for Schmitz for the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, 47-33. And Central was looking to kind of run out the clock. at 1:54 left at the 49-yard line, but then Wyatt Foley went off on a 46-yard touchdown run on the jet sweep. PAT was good, 54-33, and Sparta runs out of time. And we run out of lights. It's end of the game, 54-33, our score. Central wins.
You want some stats?
Ray, you want to show the Riverhawk boys off to the right side there? Thank you, sir.
For the Spartans, it was Cam McTaggart on the ground, 23 carries, but only 104 yards. So Central really remember he had 64 yards at the half.
Right.
So 104 total. He did have the 2 touchdowns. Huntington had 2 carries for 4 yards. Schmitz, the quarterback, the change of pace quarterback, came in, had 7 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown. Cott had a carry for 3 yards. Laufenberg was sacked for -9, and Benish had a carry for -2. Laufenberg, 10 of 16 passing for 135 yards, had a touchdown and an interception. Schmitz had a 5-yard completion. He was 1 of 1. Huntington had 3 catches for 15 yards. Cott had 3 catches for 36 yards. Check that, 46 yards. Bender, 1 catch for a 3-yard touchdown. Tripp for 2 catches for 61 yards. Something like that, 59 yards maybe. And McTaggart had 2 catches for 17 yards and a touchdown. For the Central Riverhawks, it was Christian Rudrud. 27 carries. Joel, what do you think his final yardage was on the ground?
26 carries.
27 carries.
27 carries. 205.
277 yards on the ground
270
is what I have him for. 4 touchdowns, averaging over 10 yards a carry. Service had 10 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. Foley had 2 carries for 81 yards and a touchdown. And Reuben Smith had a carry that was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Ruder was 5 of 6 passing for 81 yards and a touchdown. Service was 0 for 1 passing. Growth, 2 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown. And Gabe Service had 2 catches for 25 yards.
So 270 what?
277.
And he also had what?
4 touchdowns
4
and 1
TDs.
passing. 4 rushing and 1 passing. As he continues his torrid pace on the season. That'll keep him right at the top for total yardage in the state.
Wants a real team player of the game.
Of course he is. Who else?
Yeah, I mean,
There were a lot of great efforts.
I was going to say.
Gabe Service, Wyatt Foley, I thought played well.
Service had a great bounce back game.
Karan Carter defensively.
Yes.
Calvin Arntz defensively came up big sometimes. Oliver Walker had a couple big plays in there. It was really an all-around effort. By
I was
going
going to say, this was a team win.
Yeah, it certainly was.
54-33, our Munson Realty player of the game, though, goes to Christian Rudrud. You can't overlook it. 277 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing TD as well. That went to Connor Groth. So he's our Munson Realty player of the game. We have to get out of here. We got to prepare for a busy day ahead tomorrow. Enjoy a lot of that college football that's going on tomorrow. I certainly will be watching my Iowa State Cyclones at 6 o'clock on ESPN. So I know I'm excited for that. And then we'll be at the Brat Barn tomorrow for Oktoberfest. We hope that you enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there because I know there's a lot of people, a lot of things happening for Oktoberfest. But we'll be at Festival Foods on Copeland, and we'll be there. We're serving, about 6:30, 6:40 would be about the time we'll start serving.
We'll set up. Yeah, we'll be set up and ready to go by 7:30 probably.
All right. There you go. So
get a breakfast brat.
There you go. And then make sure you park at State Bank.
Yep. State Bank. Yep.
All right. Well, for Ray George and Nami George, I'm Joel McCall. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next broadcast is Tuesday. It's a dual broadcast for boys soccer and volleyball. Good night.